As always, folks, a huge shout out to all of our supporters over at patreon.com/878survivor.fm, to all of our editors, our $5 supporters. You're rapidly growing in numbers, folks. Our production managers, Florida, Big Dog, Shane Murphy, Tank Dazza, and Hawks Hammer. Our producers, Jake Snow, Red Freedom, Melbourne, and Tuxness. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Also, a big shout out to all of our YouTube members, Kenny Baker, Cinnamon, King Aloba, Tuxness, and our new member, Muddy Track Links. Thank you all so much. You're all legends who help the show go on each and every week. Thank you all for your support, even just by watching or listening each week to this podcast. And we hope you enjoyed this week's show. But before we get into that, we need to shout out all of the team behind the show. So there's obviously myself, Boydie73, Marks, Lad, Archie, who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, folks. He did send his apologies. Foxypote, DanceofJesus, Jacob Mango, Daone, and Spud from DayZ Down Under. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible, folks. Please check them out, and the link's in the description, and we hope you enjoy the show. And we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to episode 92 of the DayZ podcast. Marks, Lad, how you doing, boys? Good. Looks like we've got all the audio working this week, so the boomer didn't fuck it up. Yeah, not yet. We'll wait. We'll wait for chat to confirm that. They'll probably troll me and say that no, we can't hear them. We can't hear them. But yeah, to everyone in chat, thank you so much for being here. Muddy, LRP, Scale Speeder, Rager, Q Kyler, King Aloba, Hayden John, Hawks Hammer. How you doing, everyone? I just noticed this song sounds like Indigo Girls. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Maybe Barely Infected's a content thief, eh? Oh, you heard it first here. He stole his musical fucking inspiration from someone else. Oh, the nice guy of the DayZ community exposed by King Aloba. No, it's an original song written by Barely Infected, or Renee, as he goes by. He doesn't make DayZ content anymore, but he was massive back in the day. He was part of the holy trinity of DayZ for me: the Running Man, Super FT LOL, and Barely Infected. They all had three very different play styles, but they just got along so well. It's such a shame that they don't play anymore together. Fucked it up. I fucked it up. There, but there. Say that again, mate. Say that again. What I said about yeah. I thought they were trolling me.
There we go. Yeah, it's good. It's good now. Just got to take into account for the delay there.
So yeah, you were saying about Renee and Running Man and FT.
But yeah, I mean, I used to watch Barely Infected and Running Man like quite a lot, you know, before I got really involved in the community, and I really enjoyed the content. And that's the thing. It's like it seems like the Running Man's kind of like the one that just keeps them fucking going, keeps them pushing, which is really great to see. Whatever you think of him, you know, it's just it's really nice. It's really nice to see.
And FT is as well, mate. FT is still going strong.
Yeah.
Just never caught on quite. I don't know why. Because for me, I actually found Paul and Renee through FT. I found his channel first on YouTube, and I was blown away by the quality of what he was making way back then. His music is on point.
Oh God, yes.
But unfortunately, today, ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight was going to be Six, but he is a first responder, and he said, he can get called out. As we understand, we're first responders, so we'll try and work out another time to get him back on. So unfortunately, folks, you're stuck with me, Lad,
and me,
and Mr. No Webcam Boy.
It's okay, I'm here though, so don't worry, show is saved.
The shows. Fuck you.
So guys, it was a bit of an interesting week this week in DayZ, mate. It was thanks for the heads up there, Spud. But did something happen? I think we have to go to one of the last points, and we'll start it off with a pretty big thing for the PC community. In that Rag Tyson's son removed all his mods from the workshop. Now, Lad, you're a modder, mate. I'm going to defer to you on this one. I'll let you explain what happened, the background as you understand it. So, yeah, go for it.
So from my understanding, Rag Tyson, I don't blame him at all for what he done. I 100% support his decision. Because the thing is with modders, especially like the high notable ones, is that modders get a lot of shit for what they do. They get a lot of shit, right? Every single update that comes out, it's like, fix your mod and shit like that. And then mods come out that completely break your mod, and you get the blame for it. And it's like, it's not my fault. Then there's the whole, monetization, stuff like that, that we've discussed in the past. And it does leave a sour taste in the map. In the mouth. It does leave a sour taste in the mouth. And I feel it's heartbreaking to see somebody who's spent years in the free time being passionate about the game to create these really awesome mods for people to use for free, and arguably making one of the best vehicle mods that were out there.
Yeah.
And now that he's pulled out. Now, just as a clarification, they are not 100% removed from the workshop. What he's doing is that he is restricting them to his own server. So if you want to use those mods, you have to play in a server, which I feel is a really good kind of like, how would you say, an in-between, I guess you could say.
Look, one thing I want to say quickly there as well is there are a lot of servers out there that have their own custom mods that they don't share with anyone. The people need to temper their reaction to this with the fact that, yes, he did make them free. It's his, he owns them. It's his to decide what he wants to do with them. They're still able to be used, but like a lot of other servers that have their own custom content, you now have to play on his servers to access that.
And to me, that's not a problem. I mean, he could be a twat and lock it behind a paywall. Like, you're only allowed to use this mod if you buy it, and then you have to keep buying it every month or some shit like that, right? Like a subscription fee, which some other people do. And he doesn't. He's just restricting it to a server, and that's completely fine. And, a lot of people give him shit, and there's horrible fucking comments being posted on Discord and on his Steam comments and stuff like that. And it's like, get a grip. Like, this guy... Well, if he does go through that route, no, I don't think so. But, no, it's how do I explain it? It's a very, very difficult situation. The thing you need to understand about him from stuff that I've heard is that he's never been one to be in the public eye. He's never really wanted to be like, really high up there, right? He doesn't want to be in the limelight or the lights, all that kind of shit. He's just a simple guy who's making stuff. Oh yeah, right, okay, yeah, fair enough. That's all right, Mickey. I got a bit confused there, but again, I completely support his decision, and it has sparked some other people in the modding community to do something similar and to leave, because unfortunately it is a harsh reality. And everybody in every kind of community gets kind of like that toxic attitude from people. Yeah, obviously, yeah. But it's exacerbated by... it's kind of exacerbated by server modders who don't know what they're doing. Well, sorry, not server modders, server owners who don't know what they're doing. And I've seen server owners who literally just... What's the word I'm looking for, or phrase? A witch hunt against him.
These are his mods here.
Some really horrible stuff.
I've just brought them up. These are the mods that he's got on his workshop. So I know there were some questions about some other ones. I know there's questions about the cabin mod, because that's one he took over from someone.
Yes.
So it's not 100% his. Is that staying up?
As far as I'm aware, that's staying up, yes. The ones that he doesn't 100% own is going to be still up in the workshop, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but I'm not too sure on that. But like I said, I support him, and it was a horrible thing to see it happen. But unfortunately, some modders, they just have to do that. I still remember back when New Dawn was available and running. When an update came out, Mass had to update his MMIO mod. And because of an issue with Steam, it broke the update.
Yep.
It broke his update that he pushed. And for I don't even know how long, the comments on his Steam, on his Discord, and I'm pretty sure his DMs were just filled with absolute beyond toxic abuse. And they were calling him useless, and God knows what else, all the names under the sun. And there was me and a few other people who was trying to kind of calm the flames, be like, look, he's working on it, this is why it happened, kind of stuff. And then when it resolved, not a single comment, as far as I can recall, said, well done, well done for getting it fixed. And I mean, it might have, but I'm not too sure. And that's just the reality of modding and content creation. All content creators get toxicity. But when you literally get virtually no positive comments, you kind of think, what the fuck am I doing this for? Yeah, sure, the money's great, but I mean, he didn't get that much money at all.
Oh, I'm really sorry for Darkwing in chat there.
Yeah, I just saw that, yeah.
That's horrible, mate. I do feel for you, buddy.
And I saw some comments from people saying that Tyson was the toxic one because he didn't give any forewarning to servers or anything like that. He just pulled it, and it's like, well, that's his choice if he wants to. Like, the kind of reactions and attitude that these kind of people were having solidified his point. Like, in some servers, quite a lot, I will say quite a lot, kind of bit the bullet and said, right, the mod's gone, we'll find an alternative or make one. And that's the thing, that's the kind of attitude you have to have. But it's like, yeah. So it's fucking bullshit, man. It is an absolute shame what had happened. But like I said, I give absolute full support to the lad. And if you want to support him, do play on the servers. Absolutely. Give him some
he's still doing commissions, comments. Isn't he?
I'm not too sure. Maybe. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, exactly, Spud. Exactly. Just rip the plaster and get it over and done with. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
And, it's like, at the end of the day, and this might sound like harsh to say, but modders don't owe anyone anything. Like, the kind of like the core of the community, without the modders, then a large majority of the community will just fucking die straight up.
Yep.
But it's not our job to make sure that it stays up. It's kind of like a symbiotic relationship, the kind of way that I see it. It's like modders create the content for people to use them because they want to be creative. They want to express their ideas, and that's perfectly fine. Go for it. But if you're going to be an arsehole and just be toxic towards you, then why should you continue? Why should you create these ideas when people are just not going to appreciate you at all? Like, if I like, say for example, I'm currently updating my flashlight mod, right? And I've got some really cool ideas, and I'm gonna hopefully within the next couple of weeks, it'll be up. But if I was just to get constant negativity from it, I would pretty much just time me goes. I'll be like, well, why the fuck am I doing this for? You know?
Tinder banned me. I just want
that
to
creative outlet.
I just want to address what Tinder banned me. Said in chat there, without mods, DayZ is dead. I don't know. You've only got to look at console. Console doesn't have modding per se. They can play with certain files and things like that. We've talked in the last few weeks, probably the last couple of months, about there's a bit of a movement of a lot of people enjoying more vanilla style DayZ. And even just, I've actually been playing an official server myself. The player base would drop. There are people who aren't interested in vanilla DayZ. There's no doubt about that, but I don't think it's dead. Well, I'm going to say it's not dead without modding. It's in a golden age that it is right now because of modding. And because of Frankie, and let's face it, Frankie came back because we had Wee Devil on ages ago when he used to co-host, and he talked about how he actually got to showcase the state of the servers with Frankie on PC. Frankie actually went on one of his servers, and Wee Devil gave him a tour. And that's why I was stunned when Frankie dropped a video, because the feedback that was given to us by Wee Devil was that Frankie wasn't interested in DayZ. Just said, "Yeah, oh, touch you now. I'll touch back to you." But look at that. Put your finger on the webcam, on your webcam. Oh, we're touching fingers around the world.
Touching tips. I've never seen that again.
Jesus Christ, someone clip it.
No, don't. No.
Clip it. Someone clip it. Someone clip it.
That's but I need to think about what I say next time. Oh god! But see, it's like DayZ. Is DayZ dead without modding? Console, no. But you need to remember that if it wasn't for modding, then even the consoles, what they get for their servers, their community servers, wouldn't have happened without modding support. The modding ideas generated all of that, and I actually kind of agree. If it wasn't for modern DayZ, would probably be, I wouldn't say dead, but it would be on death's
DayZ
door.
is a mod. DayZ was a mod itself.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
So I agree with you what you're saying there, Morty. Modders and content creators made DayZ what it is, but I think DayZ, what Adam and the team have done with the core version of the game, it's in a point where it can survive on its own. If I go and if I start to launch it, let's experiment with something here. Bada boom, bada bing. Very play. I'm gonna have to change windows here.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
Obviously, back when DayZ was at like its low point of like, what was it, 3,000 players or whatever, or even less. If modding hadn't have come out, it definitely was a lifeline for it for a while. But now, how vanilla DayZ is nowadays, especially with this past year of updates, it's in a league of its own. You see a lot of people kind of going back to it. I've played nothing. I've hundreds and hundreds of hours now in just vanilla DayZ recently, and it's been really, really fun, and it's just been nice. See, and I have no interest in like going back to modded servers. Really, like I'm having fun. There's plenty to do now in vanilla DayZ, and I think that's what was missing a couple of years ago. Is there was no kind of objectives that way. Now you have the toxic zones, which you can go and loot and base build and do all this stuff and everything like that. And if we get hopefully a better base building system down the road, and God knows what else, like more storage and stuff like that, and maybe even more toxic zones. Who knows where it could go? It'd be, there'd be plenty of things to do.
You guys seeing this? These are the official servers.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 full.
See, this is.
Then a stack of them are high. That's a lot of them in high, and then a lot more in medium. And then it's only once you really start getting to the AUNZ area, and a couple of other ones, that it drops off. But I'm even seeing, I think this is my one that I like to play on, and this is the first-person server. this is getting medium and high pop even here in Australia. And we've got such a small player base.
I will say...
Dead game, folks. It's a dead game.
I don't like playing vanilla because of the current cheating situation that the game has. I would love nothing more to go back to vanilla, but I can't.
Situation?
I can't. The cheating.
I thought you said shooting.
Oh.
I was like, what? Shooting?
Yeah, I thought I said shooting.
Yes, I hate vanilla because of the guns. Fuck's sake, no.
Well, like, I don't... Personally, like, when I say I play vanilla, I play a very lightly modded vanilla server. That just adds a couple quality life features. That is a community one. But, like, on update days and stuff like that, when I stream the game, I'm always on pure vanilla, the official servers. And yes, I've ran into a couple of... Yes, I've ran into a couple of hackers, but it's nothing crazy. And apparently with Steam being banned in China and stuff, for what Archie was saying last time, is the hacking has become a lot less. And I've even heard people kind of I've heard people complain less about the hacking on official.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I will say I have heard less complaints, which is great. But to me, it doesn't mean that it is actually decreasing. It just means maybe less people is just talking about it because it's just a common thing. But what I will say is that this is a new security update, which I'm not going to say anything more on it, is a really good thing. Really, really good thing.
Yeah.
Wait, when's... Oh, is this that one that came out during the week, was it?
Yes, the experiment update. I'm not going to mention what it has done and what that exploit was. There's only a few people in the community that know about it. And I'm one of them. Kind of. Well, I kind of understand it. I'm still asking those kind of people to kind of teach us a little bit more, so I know what's going on. But it's a really, really good thing. So I might pick up vanilla. I might get back into streaming and actually do it because there's to slightly deviate. There's something I've noticed quite a lot. Like both of yourselves. Boydie, you stream on DDU quite a lot of the time. And, really, really cool, really, really nice. You're getting yourself out there. Marks, you got your content, you got your videos, you're pumping them out, doing really good work. And then there's me just sitting there like, I'm here. So I'm going to have to actually fucking start streaming or doing something.
What I was thinking of doing, and it could be for the 4 hosts here, or maybe even, I was just thinking there now, I was thinking the 4 of us pick a server. It'll probably be American, so Buddy could connect an official one now. And all of us play on it. We can either build a base or do whatever and just survive for as long as we can. On a pure official server, we can stream it, we can record it, we can do whatever we want. We just team up and kill
Marks and I actually had a run. Marks played an Aussie server the other day, lad. I was really hoping, but it was like he was up fucking until nearly 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning.
It was
his time.
6 a.m. Yeah.
But oh my God, we had so much fun, mate. Mark's, it was probably one of my favorite streams I've done in a long time. Since when I was playing on my own server with Moonshine and Brendan, but there was me, him, and another mate of mine, Prestige. And we played on the new AUNZ Rearmed server. So I finally got to check out the hype of what that's all about. And let me say, I love it. They've got some really cool ideas on how to keep you, just if you can't come up with stuff to do yourself. But those two were, I think it was almost painful for them watching me play. Like it's a no stamina server, and I'm still jogging everywhere because my argument was, but you still burn through your food quicker. And they're like, boy, you just have to sprint. It's what you do on this server. Then we run past a deer. And I just couldn't take my eyes off it. It was like, but there's a deer. We need to go kill it and skin it and cook it. Boy, you don't need to on this server.
There's enemies ahead of us, buddy.
But I think that idea of getting onto an official server. And look, if someone said in chat there, Frankie's, just do it, mate. Just do it. Like I tweeted out a couple of weeks back, one of the things I'm loving at the moment is honestly, now is the time. If you want to do guide videos for DayZ, do them. Now is the time. The interest in DayZ has never been higher.
One of the things I will say, like I do my vanilla series at the moment, and it doesn't do as well in views, and I don't really mind that it doesn't because I said to myself this year, I'm going to upload what I want no matter what it does view-wise. And I like having my, do my update videos and talking about the game, and then having my survival series as well at the same time. And I like doing both because it's different content and it mixes it up. And it just gives people more videos at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I don't mind, like to Frankie there or whatever. Just do it. It'll what's the way, like, pay off, I suppose, in the end. It's giving your viewers more content and gives you something to do. And I like doing it personally anyway.
Yeah. No, I didn't see an alert.
No, I heard the not weeks, we're talking months thing, and that's usually for an alert of some sort, unless someone triggered a command or something. So whoever did just something, thank you, whatever you just did. But yeah, no, it definitely go check it out. And one of the reasons I'm loving it is because there's so many new people. My first day playing on that first-person vanilla server, and I ran into someone who had never played DayZ, only knew about it because of Frankie on PC's video popped up as recommended. So he was on there. And, everyone loves finding that freshie to teach the game. Well, most people do. To run around with and teach him. And I talked the other week about what I did with him, but, that's some great content there for people. Just teaching someone the ropes, then maybe betray them or, to kill yourself at the end. And, just... And we could maybe do it as an event and get the podcast community, and we'll just take over a bloody server or something.
Maybe we create the DayZ podcast vanilla server.
The DayZ podcast vanilla survivor games. We everyone spawns in and you gear up and we all meet at Tizzy and we battle it out.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah. No bloody dicking around or nothing like that. Just a simple, no prizes or nothing like that. Just a simple fun. Oh, speaking of prizes, something I do have to quickly update. Everything has been sent now bar one person, and I just got his address the other day. The prizes from last year's Christmas show. And I know that 2 packages have been delivered. Unfortunately, I sent that much stuff. And the stupid postal tracking thing, I click on the link and it then asks me to enter the package number. So I've lost the receipts which have got all the package numbers on them, or I can't remember where I placed them. So congratulations to whoever's starting to receive their prizes in the mail. So, it takes a long time for...
No. Yes, send us pictures. We want to see you guys getting it.
Yes, we do. I still haven't heard back from Artesian Builds yet either. So I sent them a touch-up because it's probably they're only just getting back on deck, all the people behind the scenes. So we'll keep you updated on where we're at with the PC as well. But going back to the original topic, mate, it's unfortunate. I did speak with Rag privately, to not so much because I wanted to get the scoop or anything like that, but because I worried about the guy. He like a lot of people, like you talk about, mate. It's a big toll. These mods and all the rest of it. It's a lot of fucking work to put into a hobby. Yeah. It's not like streaming. I'm sorry, but streamers, yes, that I'm not saying that demeaning streamers and YouTubers and all the rest of it, but for these modders, they've got thousands of people counting on them, to keep their servers going. When a mod breaks for whatever reason, look at when Inclement Dabs, the VPA Plus admin tool got copyright struck, and that fucked over servers hard. So when these people are providing this as a free service, it's a lot of pressure. Now, Rag did make a statement in his Discord, in the DayZ modders, and he did ask me to read this. I published nearly everything I made. Only a few things I kept private because I wanted to contribute. The fact that I've seen people defending people like Psycho, CRSK, Nightwolf, you name it, and pay them horrendous amounts of money, while at the same time breaking not only my mods because they needlessly override base classes and then complain about mods, make me feel like it was not worth the hassle. Not about the money for me, never was. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made public mods. It's about the general consensus of the community. So there's more in there. If you want to go in and read it, it's in the modding thing. But in my private chat with him, I did offer to him at the end. I said, if you wanted to come on and say something, you're welcome to. But the infamous, we joke about it, but when you hear it all the time, I think it would, I'm a big believer of nearly everything's funny. But when it's said over and over and over and over and over, it goes beyond being funny and it starts to become nasty, and it's all in the delivery. And when people are just constantly saying, fix your fucking broken mod, it's got to very selfish of the person saying it. So, yeah. Truly tragic.
It's so fucking annoying. It's like... I cannot stand it. Like, those kind of comments I just immediately ignore. It's like, right, okay, you have your little fun. Sorry, your parents don't love you enough, but it's a fucking shame. It's an absolute fucking shame. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's his decision to make, and his alone. And you can support him. That's great. But if you don't want to, don't be a prick about it,
Mm-hmm.
It goes with any content creator, say, like, for example, Marks, you decide, right, that's it, I'm not making any more videos because, I don't know, maybe the negative comments are just getting too much for you. You decided, this isn't for me. I'm hanging me head up, that kind of stuff. And then all you would get after that is just absolute toxicity, people witch hunts. In some cases, from what I saw on the Modders Discord, people were getting doxxed and getting phone calls in the middle of the night. Not Tyson, but other modders for not fixing their mods and shit like that, so...
See, this is what happens when you make mods for people who are uneducated on how those mods and the game development and all that stuff works, because everybody in a YouTube comment or a Steam comment thinks they're a game developer. You see it on, like I see it on my DayZ videos all the time. Well, why don't DayZ just make a new game engine? It's like, it's already on a new game engine. You say that to him and it's like, oh really? I didn't know that. And it's like, people are like, oh, it can't be that hard to code this, that, and everything like that. It's like people just assume
if it's not that hard, do it your fucking self, son.
That's what I was literally just about to fucking say.
That's what I say to people that say that. And it's just like a lot of people are uneducated on how this stuff works. And that's just the joys of being in a community like that. And people are going to be toxic about it. But people just need to educate themselves, or, especially server owners. If you're launching a server, do your research. Like I said before, a lot of people just want to earn a quick buck off a server. They're like, oh, we'll become the next Rearmed. We'll just, put these mods on it. Easy as anything, and then they just don't do their research. But they just need to sort it out.
Yeah, exactly. Too fucking right, and that's it. It's like, if you're going to be a server owner, like you said, you have to do your research. You have to do this. You have to do that. And if you do have a developer team, you all have to agree what the vision of the server is going to be, and let your developers go wild. That's the thing. Don't restrict your developers to just something that's like, right, it's only going to be what I say, you are doing it, I don't care, do it now, do it quick, all that kind of shit. And it's like, that's not how it works. That's really, really not how it works. And it's like, people just have, as you said, they're just not educated, and they don't have a clue. They think, oh, they've been playing games for 15, 20 years or something like that. They know how it all works. They know how it all comes together. They don't know fucking shit.
Yep.
Like, I got into Blender. I got into modding 2020. Like I've said over and over and over again. I won't repeat myself. And it was so fucking hard to get into it. And it's still difficult. It's still like, it racks your brains on like what you need to bloody do to get things working. And even then, not everything you do will work. And so you always need an extra set of eyes or a team at your disposal to really help you out. And people just think, oh, well, if this game done it, why can't you? And it's like, well, two separate fucking engines, two separate coding bases, two separate...
I saw one thing before. I saw somebody's like, well, GTA 5 can make cars work. But DayZ
It's
can't.
not
I'm
the
like, it's completely different. It's completely different. That one, I nearly punched my screen.
Oh
When I saw
my
that comment.
bloody hell! People just like I said, they're just like they think, oh, if one game can do it, why can't this one? And it's like, well, it's not. It doesn't go that way. Like shit, it just doesn't go that way. Like just because, say, like I don't know, there's a game from the 90s that's still going today, like one of those like top-down fucking PC games, right? Just because GTA 5 has done cars, this game can obviously do it. It's like, no, it fucking can't, you twat. Ain't shit. DayZ has its issues, yes, and they are working to fix them. 2022 is going to be a good year if, you know, certain people get hired. Haha. But holy shit, it's just not as easy as copying pasting code. I think I actually saw in one of your videos, Mark, in the comments, somebody was complaining about helicopters and planes, and like, well, they've got the code for Arma 3, why don't they just put it in? It's like, that's not how it fucking works.
It was like 2 different engines.
Exactly. It's like, I don't even know what Arma 3 uses for their code. I've never delved into it. I mean, it could be SQL, it could be fucking God knows what. I don't know. I mean, Arma 2 uses SQL thing. I don't know. But
You're speaking gibberish to me now.
yeah, fucking. But it's not how it works. It's just not. And it's like when I've seen people compare models, like, well, if they can do this, why can't you? It's like, because they're better than me. If you want that, go to them. Why are you coming to me? Fuck off. Mm-hmm. If I want to do it, I'll fucking do it. Piss off. But, honestly.
Yeah.
Makes your head hurt.
Something else that I wanted to discuss. I will share my screen now.
Oh.
I like that. Uh-oh.
This stunned me. This absolutely stunned me when I heard it. So this was on a tweet about something that women have to deal with. And yeah, I'm not the most touchy-feely sort of person and all the rest of it. I believe in respecting everyone, especially women and children. And I was kind of stunned when I saw this. And the reason I saw it was a couple of mates of mine, Aussie Rogue and Poetry Slam, commented on it. And Poetry actually put in a comment that's relevant to DayZ. A server admin DM'd her a pic of a house near mine asking if it was mine. He got my address and name using my IP when I was playing a game on the server. Shit happens in every way imaginable. I was absolutely stunned that someone would think that that was okay to do. And we had a bit of a discussion in the Discord about it. And yeah, there was some interesting stuff. Just...
It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. When people have an ounce of power, they think they can do anything they want and get away with it. That is absolutely fucked. Pisses me off to no fucking end.
I was just going to ask, why do server admins need to have people's IP addresses?
You can see it. We're using like a tool like Dart, which a lot of server admins use. I don't. That's what I used to use. I imagine there's better things out there now.
There's a Mega Manager and stuff like that. CF
and it comes up automatically.
They all have that information.
It comes up automatically as something you can see when a person joins.
Maybe, because that's messed up. So I think maybe people who create these admin tools and stuff should maybe remove that feature. Like, is there a reason why it's in the game? Or like not in the game, but in the thing? Like, can you track ban people, or you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. So with the moderation tools, you can IP ban people. A lot of servers use it, and it's a good tool to get rid of repeat offenders or people trying to vent. Like if they get banned from their account, they get IP banned, and then they try and use whatever. Servers, and I know Extracare for a while they used anti-VPN tools. They basically prevented anybody who had a VPN from joining the server. So if you were to IP ban someone, that's it. They're not coming back. So it's kind of a necessary thing, and servers need to have a duty of care to protect that information because it is sensitive information. So when you see these goddamn stories of admins like using this information to get the upper hand against a player in real life, like, oh, it's like,
and this is where I wanted to go with it.
It's sick.
This is it's bad when it's done to women. It's fucking creepy. And I encourage you to go read the comments in the topic discussion channel in our Discord. There was a lot of really wise things basically said that some dudes just need to, and like you said, they're fucking creeps. And there are some people who just have no clue when it comes to women about what is acceptable and what is not. But
Sick.
this is an issue that even us guys have to worry about, and not because they're going to be stalked. I honestly don't think I'm going to be getting stalked by anyone wanting to see hack into my webcam to maybe catch me running around the house nude. They would need counselling for the rest of their life. But if you pissed someone off and who had admin tools or access to this sort of stuff, they can get a lot of information about you folks. People need to be careful with their, use a VPN. I know that can, ruin your ping and things like that, but you've got to be careful. You've got to be fucking careful in this online world. People don't forget about it with games. They think about it with their bank account details and stuff like that, but you've got to be careful.
I mean, how I used to hear fucking stories about people in the Xbox 360 days. They get their IPs leaked by very angry people. And I'm pretty sure a kid got attacked by an adult because he teabagged him in Halo or some shit. I'm not too sure. Or something Call of Duty related. So this isn't a problem that's just new. It's always been that way.
Been there with years,
But
yeah.
It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. And you would think that these days, if you're going to be a server owner and you're going to be hiring people, paid or not paid, to have people moderate your server to make sure that everything runs smoothly, you fucking vet them. And if they're a creep, you get them out of it. You get them out of there, because that's not fucking right. And like I said, when I saw that, and I was so riled up. I was so fucking angry.
Sorry, Mark.
I had a thing happen to me recently. I was getting, so it wasn't IP related or anything, but it was in game in DayZ. So I'm obviously playing on this vanilla server, and clearly I was using my YouTube name on the server, in Steam and stuff like that. And I was getting stalked via Steam. You know the way you can shift tab and you can see who's in the game via Steam. You can see who's online server. I was getting stalked via that. So every time I came online, they would hunt me down or try and raid my base or something like that. And they started shit talking in the Discord then as well. And they nearly got banned for it. And you might think it's that serious, but it was, even that was kind of creepy. It was like, well, if they were a server admin or something like that, how long would it take before they stopped doing it via Steam and actually be like, right, let's get his IP address and do something a bit worse?
Yeah.
I want to add something as well. In the conversation I had with Poetry as well, she said she did report it, and this is going to blow you guys' minds. Basically, the owner of the server went with that lovely, lovely excuse of why a man might do something bad to a woman.
Get fucked.
Was she asking for it? Did she flirt with him? Now, the reason I say that is Console Mac's comment here was one of my favourite. Just because a girl puts a heart or a kiss emoji, just because a girl even maybe flirts with you, maybe she winks at you or something like that, that does not give you the fucking right to then go and online fucking stalk. And the original post of the tweet, holy shit, there are some guys who are fucking, they need to be locked up. Guys delivering meals to a woman, or the woman being the Uber Eats delivery, and then they stalk them and fucking find them on Facebook and things like that. And oh my God. Yeah, don't jail the rapist, stop wearing short skirts mentality. The server admin actually asked her, had you flirted with him or something? So what if she had? That does not give the guy the right to fucking then go and IP fucking stalk her. it's like you say, Jocko. It's just certain badmins that abuse the info, and they need to be outed. They need to be fucking cancelled. They need to. I kind of hate cancel culture, but they need to. You need to vet the people who you are putting in. You need to have clear standards. And if I was to find out that either of you two, and if you found out that I'd done something like that, you guys would disavow me, and I would fucking expect this. I would do the same. There's just certain behaviour that is not acceptable. And that even goes for if you were to start online stalking a person because they killed you in game or they raided your base or something like that. Get a grip, people.
It's just a fucking game. Like, when it comes to that, it's just a fucking game. Get over it. Get your fucking... It just genuinely fucking pisses me off. Like, why can't people, both men and women, just be able to play games in peace? Like, there's always going to be some arsehole who's going to be lurking there fucking doing God knows what. And it's like, it's
because
sick.
People over the internet think they're invincible. They have that wall between them and they're like, right, I'm not seen. They don't know what I look like. They can't hear me. Well, in some cases, like if it's over Twitter, they can't hear you. So it's like, I'm invincible now. I'm in my own bubble. I can do what I want type thing. And I think it's that mentality as well that does a lot of things. I'll tell you about a female streamer being harassed. This literally happened yesterday, right? There's an Apex Legends streamer. I don't know if you know the game Apex Legends, the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a streamer on there. She's got 1 million+ followers on Twitch, right? She was getting harassed on Twitter by a guy that was saying she should do pornographical films and all this stuff, and constantly harassing her with it, right? She went back and like basically told him to fuck off and all this stuff, like properly gave out to him on Twitter. But instead of Twitter banning him, Twitter banned her for giving out to him for, harassing her, telling her to do all this stuff sexually and stuff like that. And it was insane to think that she got banned instead of him getting banned for, saying that. Like, it blew my mind that way.
They'll probably come up with excuses like, oh, whatever happens here, you should have reported it, would have been dealt with. Well, I'm sorry, but reporting can only go so far. Like, if it keeps fucking
usually
happening...
does nothing.
Yeah, it's like, if it keeps on fucking happening, if people keep on doing this, and especially if it's the same person, you have to fucking stand up for yourself. And that's absolutely bullshit, absolutely fucking bullshit.
If you know of DayZ communities where this sort of stuff is happening, folks, let us know. We'll fucking call them out. We'll get in contact with them. It's not going to be a no right of reply. I don't like doing no right of reply things. But we'll chase them up because it's fucking horseshit. And this behaviour is unacceptable. And I imagine that if Bohemia Interactive found out that a server was allowing admins to abuse their privileges, they'd probably find that server gets shut down. Because they do have that power, folks. They do have that power. I was just about
to say that, yeah. Like, if that does happen to any of you, and just report it straight to BI. It might take some time for them to get into it, but report it, get it sorted out, because it's absolutely fucking bullshit. Don't stand for it. The more that you just sit there and you let it happen, the more that you are inadvertently making it acceptable behaviour, and it's not. It's absolutely fucking not.
She did say she did report it to the police, but because of gamer tags and things like that, and not having his IP address. And when you're talking about,
I don't think
when you're talking about, like if say I did something bad, and then someone in Sweden had to fucking report me, then you're dealing with, I think, like Interpol, and it becomes such a massive issue. It's hard to fucking get anything done. So your best bet, I think, would be to make a complaint to BI, keep your screenshots and your receipts, and send it to them and let them make a decision on it, and they'll probably get the server shut down. But then, there's the whole thing of what are they going to do? They've already got your details, so it's a shit situation. It's absolutely shit. I'm not saying I condone this, but the white hats there are some white hat people out there that you might be able to get to help you out. Just I'm not condoning that. I would never condone going to a white hat to reverse it on them, but that's always an option.
Wink.
Not that we condone that. No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Just make sure that you guys are safe when you are playing games, and if you see it happen or if it happens to you, report that shit. Don't stand for it. Make a stand, because it's absolutely fucking abhorrent, and it shouldn't be happening in this community or any fucking community at all. People should be able to play games in peace and have a good laugh. That's what games are for.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something more heartwarming.
Yes, please.
Let me open up this. Kind of ties in with what we were talking about at the start. I am really enjoying Reddit DayZ at the moment. Really, I'm going in there, and is this part of the stream where you say we're sponsored by NordVPN, Surfshark, or Tunnel Bear, or fucking whatever these other ones are? But yeah, this post here, how good is this? I can only imagine, the likes of Sumrak and the rest of the dev team, because I'm certain they go through and they scroll through it as well from time to time.
Yeah, they must do, yeah.
But to see this post, I did it. I finally was able to start a fire and cook some food. Took me 2 real-life days to figure this out, but I stuck with it and finally did it. I died right after this, but who cares? Your boy is learning. Now, what I liked as well was someone actually pointed out, you can see that he was playing with the formulas, because in the background, if you look at the picture, he's obviously made a torch when trying to craft the fireplace, and he's just left it sitting there, and good on him. Good on him. But this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is and look at the amount of upvotes, 655 upvotes.
It's a surprise to see. It's so nice. Like, I think people seem to forget that we do get a lot of new players, and a lot of new players obviously don't know how to play the game.
And just look at all the people giving tips.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's so nice to see. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
And people should be more supportive of stuff like this. It's like that Efficient Rub 2006. This is terrific. Everything about it. Seeing your health in zero, empty stomach, fluids low, and you did it. Managed to get it lit. Next time you'll catch that chicken in time. Huh. Well done. Not the chicken though. Don't burn it. It's... And he's wearing the Oh my god. See, it's... The really nice comments, it's what makes the community.
It was really good to see. And that wasn't the only one. There was another one as well. This will be nothing to 99% of the players on here, but as a newbie who couldn't survive 5 minutes a few days ago, it feels good to be able to sit by the fire I made eating that sweet, sweet chicken. And he took a screenshot and he uploaded it. And again, 572 upvotes. To get upvotes on Reddit, Marks, is fucking hard, isn't it?
Yeah, can be at times, yeah.
Yeah.
It can.
And yeah, again, just everyone being positive in the comments and that. Just brilliant. What were you going to say, Marks?
Do you want to hear a comment that I got today on my what to expect in 2022 video from DayZ?
Is it positive or is it negative?
It's negative, but in a funny way, because it's just like,
right.
And a lot of new players probably felt this, and probably the people who've posted those pictures have probably felt the exact same way. It goes, this game is ridiculous. I've tried loads of times and constantly die from starvation. It's just that, and it's like, I wish I was
okay.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you're just not looking in the right places. You're not doing it right. There's certain little things like that you need to learn. But like a lot of people, I think, run into DayZ and be like, okay, I can just run around. It's, I'm not going to die that fast, or it's going to be easier than it looks. And sometimes it can't be.
That's it. I still remember, Boydie, when you were streaming, when you had your own server, and you were addressing the comments where it was like, it's too hard to get food on your server, and you showed exactly how easy it was to get yourself sorted with a little fishing rod, to do a little bit of fishing, sorted, worms and everything like that. And I was like, I like that. That's fucking good.
I think I'm going to maybe do a tutorial video on like how to get started in DayZ, something like that. I'll call it, where it goes through the basics of like the medication, the food, like
Yeah.
how rags. If you cut up rags, that'll get you sick, but you can disinfect them using this and that, and tips and ways to find food. And I think something like that would be cool to do.
I think that would be a really good idea. There's always something out there, especially for the newcomers for the game. Having more stuff there for them is great. Like Archie's looting video that he made fairly recently. Really, really good video. Really enjoyed it. So having something like that would be absolutely nice to see.
Yep.
I actually shared, I did the podcast highlight on the new channel. Make sure you check it out, folks. That's what I was sitting there staring at my Streamlabs cloud bot going, I need to add a new command. What was that command I needed to add? And I couldn't remember what it was, and it was the new channel. But we did the short from last week where we talked about how DayZ is in a golden age. I'm trying to find the post now. And the top comment was someone basically saying, how? I don't understand it. The game is fucking dog shit. And everyone was just like...
Yes, I saw that.
I saw that comment as well, yeah.
And everyone was basically just like, dude, why are you in this group then? And again, it was another case of the negative naysayers, they're just being fucking shut down left, right, and centre. It's, for those of us who stood... Here it is. It must have been in the tips and tricks. There it is. I don't get it. Game is still broken, bugs everywhere, proper melee system is non-existent, and fucking people still play this game. I really don't get it. And yeah, it's like crack, bro. One good hit, you don't stop. Yet you're in this community. DayZ has more players than Battlefield. It's so bad that it's good. I literally bought it out of spite when Ross told me it's a bad game, really terrible. Don't buy it. And I replied, it's downloading. We've clocked hundreds of hours together and have many stories and adventures, but it's literally all for nothing when you crash in a car. DayZ has given me many nightmares and headaches over the past year, and it's been the best $40 I've spent. It's...
Yeah.
There's this... I know we're kind of doubling down on last week's comment, but there's just a certain something to DayZ, and it is amazing seeing people just coming out in numbers and defending this game, lad.
Well, that's it. It's about goddamn fucking time. I mean, it's been happening for a fair while, but more so recently. I think the last year really proved to quite a lot of skeptical people that DayZ is right now something to behold. And BI now publicly coming out through ourselves and through different means to say the game is still getting updates. It's still getting support. Got really good ideas coming up, 5 updates coming up this year. The applications for people getting jobs at BI to work on these updates are out there. And it's so fucking cool to see. It's something you don't really hear too much from other communities, from other games. BI does something special, and like I said, I think people are starting to realise. Sure, there's going to be some naysayers, some skeptical people, and that, yes, DayZ does has its issues. It's a very complicated game. Dare I say, it's a terrible game, but it's not a terrible game, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's so fucking annoying, like when it kicks you in the teeth, but when it holds your hand and takes you along to the sunset, it's really nice until it shoots you in the back of the head.
I was just going to say as well, with the amount of new players that are coming in either from console or from PC, when 1.16 comes out, it's going to be a lot of people's first update that they've ever experienced in the game.
Yes.
If that makes sense, right? So this is something I just thought of it there now a second ago. If when, update day comes around and servers are down, or if it breaks for whatever reason, and this goes to us in here or anyone else out there, be sure to just kind of give as much information as possible and leave people know, like, yes, look, this is update day. Things have been, because I know, for example, it's going to happen on my video where people are going to go, why are the servers not working? Why is this not working?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. I'm going to probably be bombarded with it. And a lot of other people are as well. And we just need to educate the people out there, the new people, and be like, this is going to happen. This happens every once in a while. Yada, yada, yada. and don't worry, they'll all come back up again. Because some people just won't know, that way.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, we've all been there ourselves. We don't know what the hell's going on. So it's good for people who are experienced in the community to let the newcomers in and be like, it's okay, little Bambies. It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. Just let BI do what they need to do. You're stroking the head and that. It's like, it's okay. It's all right, Sonny.
Yeah.
Don't worry yourself. And it's like, I, for one, am really, really happy with how DayZ has been progressing right now. And I'm just going to do... And I'm going to say this now. I'm going to do this every single week. Every single time. I'm always going to check out the Steam chat. Playing from a minute ago, 47,069. All-time peak, 52,696. Has it gone up?
Yeah, it went up from last week, yeah.
Yes.
It was 51,000 last week. I think it's 32.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was. So they're continuing to break records, their own records, which is absolutely fantastic. It's so nice to see. So when you see people on Reddit, newcomers, making these kind of posts like you're showing, Boydie, it really does, it's like people are still enjoying this game, and it's so nice to see.
Yep.
Because admittedly, that there'll be times I don't like this game. I don't want to play it. I don't want to launch it. I'm just like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
but then you see stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, exactly. And then you see people post stuff like that. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, it is a good game. You learn something all the time. So I welcome our little Bambies. I welcome them.
Something I learned.
I'm excited. Can I just interrupt very quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm super excited for 1.16. I know it's going to be a fixing update and, just a health update, but I'm still super excited to hop on to a server when that update comes out and just play. Super excited for it.
Now, something that I learnt was people actually remember Mr. Moon and Ciao.
How could you forget Mr. Moon? Especially Mr. Moon.
Well,
Ciao,
mate, that is like 6 years ago when him and Ciao were massive. But I did a poll on Facebook because the reason I did it there was you can't add any options on Reddit polls, from what I understand, or on Twitter. It limits you to only 4 options. So Facebook was the best place to do it. And it didn't get massive interaction, for a group with 33,000 members. But Frankie and Sada, pretty much a no-brainer that they were going to take out first position. Mr. Moon and Ciao, I was so happy to see them added. The reason I didn't tick Frankie and Sada myself, I added them but I didn't tick them, is not because I didn't think they needed the vote, but for me, I watched them, but they weren't one of the great collabs. They're great, but they weren't one of the legendary ones for me. What really warmed my heart was seeing Fubar Bundy and Alan.
I'm not familiar with. I mean, I know of Fubar Bundy. I know of them.
I know of them as well, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with those ones.
They're one of the greatest and possibly funniest DayZ videos of all time is Fubar Bundy's video called Dick Pics, where he meets Alan. And it's basically the title of the video is let me.
Yes.
There it is there.
Oh, no.
Meeting Alan may contain mature content. Oh, trust me, it contains mature content. Alan is drunk as a skunk and playing DayZ. And this is 6 years ago. The fact that this video only has 76,000 views is a crime. It is one of the funniest DayZ videos of all time, folks. If you have not seen this,
as long as you bring dick pics, that's all.
Oh, there we go. He's just set it in. I thought I had it paused, but there's the link for it. I wouldn't even be upset if you took off and watched it now because I promise you, if you have never watched a Fubar Bundy video, he's one of those channels that you would just start to binge. The beautiful part of it is, and one of the things is, they went on to form an IRL friendship. These guys have stayed at each other's houses. They have the best heterosexual, non-gay relationship of two men who love each other. Absolutely phenomenal. Stimpy is one of the best, but I was aiming more at the collabs with this poll that I did. Minder and Toprek, a no-brainer, but I was genuinely stunned that the Holy Trinity, like I said before, only got 15 votes. I honestly expected them to be higher than Fubar Bundy and Allen. But when I think about it, the beauty of Fubar Bundy and Allen is they're funny. They can PvP and they're funny, and everyone needs laughter in their life. And their videos are just aimed to give you a laugh. Allen is just the perfect counterpoint to Fubar Bundy. They complement each other so well. But there were some other great people, Anarchy and Pickle, Frankie and Jack Frags, TRMZ and Doc Dreist, Mr. Blackout and Jam Jar. I thought they would have got more. Gecko Fish, Mr. OG, Deadly Slob and Ace's Fury. So many ones that got added, which was really good to see. Some amazing creators there. And in the back of my mind, I'm wondering if Mr. Moon's going to be coming back anytime soon, and whether he'll drag Ciao along with him.
That would be interesting to see. I think it's really cool that some of the OG folks do come back, but if they don't, that's fine as well. It's like, how can you say? I think it's something
They've moved on.
Nostalgia. It's like
they've moved on.
Yeah, that's it. They've moved on. You know, it's not their 100% thing, and you know the people, the OGs who have stuck around, fantastic, absolutely brilliant. But the ones that have left and moved on to other things, like a Deadly Slub, who moved on to Escape from Tarkov, who's briefly dabbled back into DayZ every now and again, and that's what he wants to do, and I'm more happy for him. Absolutely.
I've seen Mr. Moon's doing a lot of GTA 5 RP recently.
Yep. He's really gone into the role play side of things. So good luck to him. I actually, Cabello had a advertisement where he was looking for a female to do some voice recordings for him. And I saw a lot of great people apply, but I actually tagged Mr. Moon's missus, Dyspia X. I don't know whether any of you guys have ever watched her stream. But she's a role player as well, and with a lot of character experience, as role players do. She's partnered and all the rest of it. So I actually tagged her and recommended her to see if she was interested, because she's just a very, very talented streamer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What else have we got on the agenda?
I don't know. Let's have a quick gander, eh?
This blew my mind.
Gonna be the Squid Games. Why the hell? Oh, I'm so annoyed I missed this.
Crash shouting danger cheeks.
I'll go tell
You're
those guys.
wondering,
I can't believe I didn't know about this.
danger cheeks.
I ain't got nowhere.
I don't want to be the loud.
I was
obnoxious
advised to
person
this,
in
but
all
I turned
this.
it down at the time.
Oh, dude.
Marks, dude.
Right.
What?
I gotta get screenshots for.
I'm angry with you right now.
Why?
Oh, bro.
You know this thing we're doing right now, the DayZ podcast, where we talk about things that are happening in the DayZ community.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how I find all the points for.
Well,
we
I was
discussed?
advised this like a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know if it was private or not. So I don't like mentioning things unless it's like publicly known, and there was nothing talked about it publicly. So it was all through DMs like and stuff. So if it's not shown, if it's not said publicly, I don't like saying things publicly because they
Ask
might
them.
want to keep it a secret or something. You know what I mean?
Ask them
I will next time. I promise.
every time. I basically, for me personally, I have 2 Twitter accounts. So when I'm communicating with someone on Twitter, if I'm using the podcast account, I always try to tell them this is official. So this is stuff that, I'll talk about on the show. If it's my personal account, it is off the record unless they, want me to address something. I try to differentiate. But, yeah, dude, you're getting a pay cut for that, eh?
God damn, I'm down to 50 grand a month. What'll I ever do?
But this again,
Potential thumbnail.
I'm going to mute it. He's done a video of the entire thing, and if you search DayZ Squid Games, there's a lot of videos. Even other people have done the event before, but I don't think anyone went to as much effort as these guys did. They created the doll from Red Light, Green Light.
Yes.
They recreated the bridge walkway. They did a knife battle. I'm not sure. I haven't seen what other games they put in there, but there was so much effort put into this. I've reached out to them and said, next time you do one, let us know. This, again, proves what we said last week. If you're bored with DayZ, the problem is you, not the game. You can do anything with this amazing fucking game. Look at what they've done here. The models, everything. They recreated the tracksuits, the outfits for the guards. This is absolutely next level. I know some people went, "Oh, fucking Squid Games! I'm so sick of that." So be it.
It's
Don't
so
watch
cool,
it.
though.
Just don't watch it. It's
I've never
not
watched
this.
it either.
Oh, I did. It's a brilliant, mate. Korean fucking TV. I'm getting very addicted to Korean TV. They've got a new zombie flick coming out as well, which
I was
Mrs.
just
and I are
about
going
to
to watch.
say that. I saw it
Yeah.
advertised just before when I was eating my dinner, and it looks so good. It's so fucking good.
But
no,
I
you
know it's
should
subtitles,
not-
but it is brilliant.
I mean, there is a dub, there is an English dub, but you can't quite get the same emotion and power through it from the original Korean acting. Definitely give it a watch, Marks, when you get the time, at least a couple of episodes, just to see how you like it.
Right.
But
I'll give it a look.
Same as
Definitely should.
Train to
Definitely
Busan. If you haven't seen Train to Busan, you need to watch that. The second one's
Never
not
heard
so
of it.
good. Never heard of it.
No.
Do you like zombie flicks?
It's
Not really. No, I've never really watched any.
Okay, so probably not your thing then, mate. But it's an amazing. I was stunned at how much I bonded with the characters, even though it was all in Korean. It was just amazing, absolutely fucking amazing. Even the Squid Games, the chick in that. The whole emo goth sort of the image she gave across. You really bond with her as well. And yeah, Train to Busan is one of my top, if not the top zombie movie of all time. The Koreans, man, have just taken over the genre. They really know how to do a good zombie flick. This second one, the one based in the school, looks amazing. But back to the matter at hand. What else can people do with the DayZ engine? What's going to be the next big thing? The initial hype around this one was the first time it being done. It'll be great to see them do it again. With more content creators. They'll have to mix it up a bit, I think. I even had some ideas for suggestions for them on things they could do. When they went to the bridge, the DayZ has now got the unwrapping function in it. You could easily just create some numbered items and tell everyone to go and pick a present from under the tree, and the number they get is the number they're doing the bridge in. That was one little thing. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hats off to them. And I want to give a shout out to Amish as well. He's a pretty big name in the community these days.
Yeah,
as far as I know, he was the biggest person who attended this event. And hats off to him. I think
Nazar was there as well.
Nazar was as well? Okay, Nazar as well then.
Certain, yeah.
So hats off to them for doing it. Helping shine the light. I know this will probably get me in the shit, but it saddens me to think that probably a lot of other big name people, Marks, were invited and turned it down.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you just don't know, but I'm so happy to hear that the event really went well, and I do hope that they do more in the future. What was the award for the person that came out as number one?
I don't know. I've been trying to find a video from the winner. I saw who the winner was. I know they got a custom shirt or something. Player 456 was the shirt. But you know, I'd even like to talk to them about maybe seeing if we can somehow come up with a budget for it and throw a prize for it at the end. If anyone out there owns a multi-billion-dollar business and they want to back the podcast, I don't want the money for myself, but man, I've got some amazing ideas on how to run community events to help. And I'd love to be able to throw some big prizes out there to encourage, and do them. I'd probably aim more for content creators. It'd probably be for a charity sort of thing. And then work out a way where you could have players, just the average Joes, playing the same events as well, and actual decent prizes for them.
Elon's a gamer. He might sponsor us, give us a free Tesla.
If I win, I want Tesla stocks.
Oh God.
Oh fucking hell.
But amazing work by them. I really enjoyed watching the videos. There was a lot of dead time, but that's only to be expected with running an event and things like that. It's not easy to do, folks, regardless of what people think. But hats off to them for creating a really, really interesting event that captured the imagination of the community. It was great seeing so many people releasing videos showing their view of the event and that. I think the one they had the most fun with was the bridge one. That was very clever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Molly Yogurt's one. Okay, awesome. We sponsored his DayZ Quiz Night. Gave him a mug to give away. But yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Discussion time.
Discussion time. Oh.
Now, as I do, my mind likes to wander and I start to think about things. And we've been talking quite a bit about the future of DayZ. We've discussed the possibility of a DayZ 2. And I hit this light bulb moment. I won't say it's a light bulb moment because it's correct, but it was a light bulb moment of what if. So we'll call it a what if moment. What if they just decided not to bother with a DayZ 2? What if they're putting all their focus on Armour 4 and they're just going to let modders recreate DayZ in the new Infusion engine? Do they need to spend all that money on DayZ when everyone knows about DayZ now? They own the proprietary to it. All they basically got to do is say, we'll allow you to recreate DayZ and call it DayZ. Maybe even do it as a community DLC, I don't know. But do we honestly think that they're going to do a DayZ 2.0 when the modding community will do it for them?
I think if they don't, they will shoot themselves in the foot. Straight up. But I think the way that they'll have to do it is that it's going to take quite a fair few years after Armour 4 is released, and everything that's going to be in the maybe DayZ 2, if it ever does come into become reality, is going to be completely different from the original DayZ in terms of locale, assets, fucking weapons. Well, literally everything. It'll still have the core kind of flow of how DayZ functions as it is, but everything else would be completely different. Maybe even use one of the maps from Armour 4 like they did for Chernarus in Armour 2. I don't think they'll ever port Chernarus to Armour 4 or to a DayZ kind of thing. DayZ 2. I think I love Chernarus. Sumrak's done a really awesome job of it over the past God knows how many years. But I think it's been a bit done to death. We need something more, and that's what I think will really bring in people for DayZ 2. I would always recommend that the devs take their time with it. I would imagine that DayZ, as it stands, will receive updates for quite a number of years. Maybe
definitely. They're still recruiting. I'm not saying they're going to abandon DayZ at all. DayZ is making massive dollars for them. Probably more than Armour 3, or definitely more than Armour 3 is making, because it's got the console.
And the way that I've always seen DayZ in terms of Bohemian Interactive's eyes is yes, whereas it's not their flagship title, it's not their baby, it's their test bed. You know,
Yeah.
DayZ it's got part of Infusion in it. It's quite a lot of elements that they can test and work on with that for Arma 4. DayZ is shit as it plays on console in terms of controls, at least. It's a good test bed to see how Arma 4 could potentially work on consoles. Infusion has been touted to be able to be on PC and the current consoles, Xbox Series S and X and PS5. So who knows? Maybe if it's like DayZ 2 comes out, it actually comes out on PC and console at the same time, which would be fantastic. But we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I'm gonna laugh if Arma 4 ever comes out on console. Holy shit! If you thought Arma 3 and Arma 2 was clunky. But I do think that they will shoot themselves in the foot if they don't do it. It will take time. But in the meantime, I would imagine that a dedicated community of modders will create DayZ Arma 4 edition or something like that. You know, it's only natural. It's going to happen. I mean, they've done it for Arma 3. So it's like, you know, and it's still, as far as I'm aware, it's still quite popular on the Arma 3 community. But DayZ Standalone just nudges a little bit extra. So that's what I think about it. Marks, what about you, bud?
It's tricky, isn't it? It's like I don't know. Will they leave it up to modders the way they do with Arma 2? I think they got lucky with Arma 2, you know, and that DayZ became so popular, and they were like, right, we may as well. It's making us a lot of money as a mod. You know, people are buying Arma 2 to play it. Let's make it whatchamacallit, whatever. Let's profit off it as much as we can. But I don't know. Will they give it to a team of modders to do? I think there'd be too many especially nowadays. Like back when who was it who made it? Dean Hall and all them and Brian Hicks and stuff.
Yeah.
They, gaming was at a different stage back then as well. It was a lot less complicated, I think, and a lot less, rules and terms and conditions and all this stuff. So I don't know if it would go the same way again. A lot has changed since those times. So yeah, I don't know if they would just leave it to another modder again to do. I'd assume they would probably do it themselves, but just have modding support. I'd say they might make a DayZ 2, but I don't think this DayZ Standalone is going anywhere anytime soon. So
no,
they might even make a DayZ 2, and next year or this year we could get a complete graphic overhaul and everything like that they're just not telling us about. Like Rust on it. Rust is killing it. That's very true. Rust got the graphic update. Wouldn't surprise me if DayZ done the same thing down the road.
Because
I'd honestly see that more than making a DayZ 2.
Yeah, I think I can quite agree. I mean, there is a limit to what the current engine can support. 4K textures don't really give the required results compared to the performance. It does support 4K, but there's really no point. If they port DayZ to the full Infusion engine, maybe they will. I don't think they should, personally. I kind of thought about it for a while at first. I was like, yeah, they definitely should. I think it'd be great. But I think an absolute fresh take on DayZ in the Infusion engine, full Infusion engine, is required for the franchise, I think. But, I mean, I could be full of shit. I mean, I usually am, but...
Yeah, I don't think they'd engine swap again. I think they're going to work with what they have and make the combined engines work really well.
Yes.
They're going to add more people, hire more people. They're going to fix the networking issues, any security issues they have, and they're just going to perfect this combination. So then they have two engines to work with, so they can change it up for whatever game comes down the road. There might be a totally new game that comes out. So be interesting to see. We'll just have to wait and see again. We're going into the unknown at the end of the day.
That's it. We are just going to have to wait and see how it all pans out at the end of the day. I think it's going to be really exciting, regardless.
I think there's going to be a lot of things done in DayZ before. If you're talking of a DayZ 2, you're talking DayZ 2 a decade from now.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say a decade. No.
I don't see it anytime in the next 5 years.
I think
know,
I think we can make a more accurate judgment when Armor Thor does come out.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, because it's all good that we speculate, but we can't actually say anything until Armor 4's out and we actually get our hands on the Infusion engine and see how transferable things are and whatnot. And
yeah, because
they're going to be focusing a lot of time on it.
If the Infusion engine comes out and they can just copy and paste everything from DayZ over, then maybe, yeah. But it's never going to be that easy.
It's definitely not going to be that easy. I can tell you that right fucking now.
And we're just going to have to literally just wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But that's the fun of it.
With so much what needs to be done with DayZ, I could just see them improving this engine. Like with in DayZ itself, like base building needs, new mechanics and stuff added to it. They're hiring a load of people, which kind of make it like with the positions they're hiring and stuff, it makes you kind of think like, ooh, what are they gearing up to do?
Yeah,
we're going to get a big update next year, so be interesting.
I mean, to see. Yeah, the big update's going to be really interesting. As much as I don't like Livonia, I am really excited to see what they do with it.
I'm interested to see what it is as well. Yeah,
especially if like a few people from the community get hired. Who's worked with obviously they would have worked with DayZ before as a modder, but having that there, if somebody can look at the map and actually have a fresh pair of eyes on it, that'd be so fucking cool to see. I know a lot of people in the community have got some really good ideas on how to spice things up, like especially with the south end of the map. I think it's going to be really exciting. I reckon what they should do is in the south end of the map they should make an underground section and have the room that was teased in the 1.14 major update. The one with all the TV screens, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should have that in there. I think they should. That would be such a nice little meta thing to have, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, this year's going to be really good for it. Definitely. Yeah. Let's see what skills we did.
Like there has to be a lot of Bohemia. The heads of Bohemia now, or the CEO of Bohemia. I can't think of his name, but he has to be looking at the numbers that are on DayZ right now, and the number of sales they've just gotten in November and December alone, and they're looking at it and they're like, right, we have to, if they're not thinking of upping the team or giving more budget, they must be losing the plot.
There must be. There must absolutely be. And I'm just going to say this right now. So I've just double checked the Steam charts again. So right now there's 47,000 people playing DayZ. There's 23,829 playing Arma 3. DayZ is just under 4,000 away from beating Arma 3's concurrent.
Really?
Yeah.
Like highest ever.
Yeah. Jeez. So fucking close. So everybody get on that. Fucking beat them.
I think you'll see it. You'll see it break. Do I be drastic and say do I be crazy and say no? They'd have to have something big for it to hit like 100K. But then when you think about it, it's not far off.
I mean, it's just under halfway there. I don't think DayZ will ever reach 100K. I don't think they ever will.
Until drops.
But I do reckon. I like to think that DayZ will be able to reach 60,000 by the end of this year, maybe.
Oh, easily. It'll probably break it before, I'd say. If
I would like to think it would. Yeah, I mean, if the updates they come out with are decent, even the minor ones. If they come out, they're decent and they add some really good stuff. They fix a lot of issues, especially like security updates and stuff like that. Brilliant. If they make vanilla, I know it's pretty good already. But if they make it more worth the while, then that's going to be even better.
If they do the things people are asking for, better base building, more storage items, whether it be lockers or whatever, more, if they keep working on the desync for cars, which again on PC it hasn't been an issue for me personally. I know on console that's a different story, But they keep working on that. You know, I'd love to see Tissy as a toxic zone. I would be very surprised if Tissy didn't get some type of treatment, maybe you could say, like it gets becomes a permanent toxic zone, or something happens to Tissy, or something happens to Trainers this year as well.
I mean, cool. Tissy's a dynamic toxic zone.
It is dynamic,
so
yeah. I've been hit on the head with it once already, which was fun.
Same here. But I will say, when they brought out the toxic zones, I'm surprised Tizzy wasn't. Wasn't that toxic area? Really, really surprised. But I do think that whoever gets hired on the team, they've got some really interesting things up the sleeves. And Scotty, you know, he's going to have some really cool things for us as well, I think, this coming year. Especially when he was talking about when he was on the podcast at Christmas, and in his plan to kind of like merge like the cinematics to the actual game and to get this story going since God knows when. I'm looking forward to it. I am really, really, really looking forward to it.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know. I still we'll see what they do soon, but yeah. Well, not soon. It might be some time, but yeah.
Well, like, one thing we're waiting for now is the roadmap. That might give us a hint as to what's going to happen this year. I mean, I assume that has to come out this week, I think, right? They said mid-January.
This week and next week. I wouldn't maybe
like next week. I meant, yeah.
Yeah, I think there will be.
It has to come out because they said mid-Jan. So.
Yes, I mean we know that cars are going to be worked on, network stuff's going to be worked on, which is great. I just hope that they've got the Red 9 in that roadmap, and if they're not, then I'm fucking done with this game. Fucking done with this community. Fuck it.
I don't think they will say what's coming. They'll hint at it.
Obviously,
I'd say we will get teasers for 1.16 probably end of the month, maybe start of February.
Yeah, I think. I think we'll get something. I just really hope that the major update when they come out with it, which I reckon will probably be in the third quarter of the year.
Yeah, usually, yep.
It's going to be really, really cool. I hope they do. I hope Scotty does something similar to what he done in 2021, and trying to figure out who Hannah was, and then finally get the confirmation that woman was Hannah. It was like, heartwarming. It was so good. But holy shit, it was a fucking good year. This year is going to be great. But when and if DayZ comes to the full Infusion engine, either by a mod or standalone title, we'll just have to see. And either way, I'm going to be excited what people come up with.
Giveaway time, folks.
We're doing a giveaway? What?
You guys can enter it as well.
What?
Yep.
Link now.
It's all you got to do is type in either YouTube or Twitch chat, ! raffle, and then a number between 1 to 200 tickets. You can check your points by typing ! points.
I don't know if I have points.
You will, Marks.
Actually, I don't know how many points I got.
Now I saw someone enter before, so I figured because it's winter for the majority of the viewers, we would do a beanie instead of the Distressed Dad cap.
Yes,
good idea.
So let me just quickly jump over. We are sitting at okay, Darkwing. You only entered once. So you need to enter 199 more times if you wish.
I just remember that one time in the Christmas episode where somebody only had one ticket and they won.
Yeah,
so,
they won, yeah.
Marks, you've only got 115 tickets. Prestige, you've only got 100. So yeah, keep on going. I'll leave that in the background. It's 40 minutes left before we draw it. I figured that'd be roughly around the time that we're going to be winding up. So. Yeah, we'll draw the winner then. It's already paid for. This will get shipped directly to you by Streamlabs, so no waiting on silly old boomer to get paid and be able to afford hundreds of dollars in fucking postage. Remind me that next time when I do giveaways. Postage to you fuckers overseas is expensive, man. Only up to 200 point entries, matey. So exclamation mark raffle space 200. Sorry, Marks?
Do you know how much those keycaps were to ship to me? They were like €40 just in shipping for 2 little keycaps. Just to send.
Wow.
Worth it though. Worth it though.
It was like $120 in total. It was like €70 or something to get them to me.
Wow.
But hopefully it'll be worth it.
There we go. Mackay, I don't think it got you, mate. Check how many points you've got left. You might not have enough after the Christmas show, mate, if you use a lot. So if you don't have enough, it's they need to work on the logic behind it. It should tell you that you don't have enough.
Make a video on them tax deduction.
Damn, there you go, Mark. There you go. Actually, I'll pay fucking Mackay there. That's a very clever move there, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could just put them down as keyboard accessories for your tax.
Yeah. True.
But yeah. Okay, what else have we got on the agenda, folks?
Let's have a gander, eh? So
an interesting idea, medical,
yes,
which turned out to actually exist. So let me...
The tourniquet. So I'll read this. So Attrition spoke in the Mod Ideas channel on our Discord, and he said, idea from the stream. This is on the 11th of this month. Tourniquet, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Being able to use a rope or belt to stop all bleeds so you can flee and bandage. But there is a downside. Having a tourniquet on ticks health. So you have 3 bleeds, then 3 health ticks every 3 seconds. So keeping it on is death. Hypothetical situation. Just got attacked by a bear, took 3 bleeds before dropping Yogi. Chuck. It's Chuck, it's not Yogi Bear, it's Chuck in this community. Get it fucking right. No bandages on you. There's a town near, but you're bleeding heavily. You take your belt off and tourniquet. This buys you just enough time to get to the town and cut some rags to save your life. Kind of a crude example, but you get the idea. What are your guys' thoughts? And then he expanded on the idea. I was thinking about it today. I'm expanding on the tourniquet idea. Craftable with a small stick and rope, but can also use a belt. Applying it will put in the armband slot. Fair enough. Having one on stops the bleeds, but does not remove the cut status or levels, just stalls them. Health tick begins as soon as it's applied. Taking damage that results in an additional bleed removes the tourniquet. You can bandage your wounds with it on. Removing the tourniquet, God, that doesn't sound like a word now, ruins the item that was used to make it, belt or crafted. Practical uses. Fresh spawn no rags that is a cut and can use to prolong their life to find rags or bandages. Survive a firefight but bleeding heavily, knowing that someone could be near. Quick tourniquet so you can reposition and bandage before the cavalry arrives. Hostage negotiations. Don't have to waste bandages on someone if you're interrogating. And then Sukon responded with the additional medic supplies mod, which has it.
Yeah, I'd seen that mod's been out with a while, I think, a good couple of months.
I love the fact that people are still looking at ways to explore it, and I also love the fact that someone's already done it.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it was in I think it was in one of those like Tarkov medical mods as well a while ago or something like that. Rearmed has them, buddy. We were going to hopefully find some at that medical center if we ever got there. But yeah, there are servers out there that use them, but they don't do like what he's saying. They kind of use them and they give you like 40 HP or they stop all cuts or something like that. Yeah. So they're just kind of like another bandage, if that makes sense. I don't know if a modder can do that to where they can have it like how attrition was saying, but they are cool to see. It's just nice having different medical items in game apart from the bandage rags.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree.
And I tell you something, those extra medical things on those modded servers saved Buddy's life quite a few times the other day.
Yeah, look, when in Rome, but for me, I think the restoring hit points, I like I miss the old days where you actually had to have your character in prime condition, hydrated and energized before your health would start returning. That is something I really miss from the old days, because now it's, you could be on red, red apple. You could be on yellow apple or half apple and still be healing in that. I like the fact that you had to be in the light green and the bright green before your character would even start healing.
Well, it was so much easier back then to do that, though. So much easier. It's all different now, which is great. I still remember when Mass and we had a server together, and we had the server mod, and we made it so bandages were actually a continuous action. So instead of bandaging once, then stopping, and then starting the animation again, it just kept on going and going and going until you either ran out of cuts or the bandages ran out. And it worked really, really well. And it was such a small change, and a lot of people love it. So the tourniquet idea is pretty cool. But I think having a small little quality of life with bandages or rags or something like that being continuous, I think you should look into that as well. But that mod, the additional medic supplies mod, looks really interesting. I think I might have used it before. Not too sure. But very nice regardless. But it is really cool how people get these ideas though. Like, even if it has been done before, it's like somebody else has had that same idea. It's like, oh shit, yeah, maybe this should be added to the game by mod or filler. And it's like, the inspiration never bloody stops with this game. You can do so much with it. So goddamn much. And I, for one, am really happy to see it. Really, really happy to see it.
That'll still get you 106 tickets, Mackay. There you go. You bought 100. Darkwing, you're still sitting on 1 ticket, mate. So that's up to you if you want to be the sniper and come in and steal the prize. But yeah. No, I love it. And I did love, whilst I'm not so sure about the health points, the hit points basically, it seems a bit coddish, each to their own, and it works on that server, and it's a different game mechanic. I didn't mind it that much, to be honest. It's just not what I normally play in DayZ. But yeah.
When you're in heavily PvP on a server like that, and it's just gun, you're getting shot at and stuff like that. And when you are, say, doing a loot run with valuables or keys like we were doing, having that tourniquet or like the IFAKs that we had even, they will save your life. You know what I mean? You'll be able to pop one and then get out and go. They're cool. There was obviously probably ways you could limit those IFAKs, so like you can't give it to yourself or a teammate has to give it to you or something like that, that way. But yeah, it's cool nonetheless.
Sorry, just typing a message to DanceofJesus. No, sweetheart. You're getting old. You're going to bed early.
For a second now, I was wondering who the hell you're calling sweetheart. I was like, hang on a minute.
But yeah, for those who were wondering, this is the mod that we were talking about. Additional medic supplies.
Mm-hmm.
So many things in there. That was one I did like. The water straw. When I saw that in there, I really liked that. Because they are an actual thing. Them. Yeah, that's an IRL item.
The filters built into them, basically.
Yeah. That's some really cool stuff in there. NBC pouch for empty NBC parts. They can be attached to the gun holster slot on belts, and because that's one thing that a lot of people would love to see added to vanilla is something that you can just attach the NBC gear to, because it does fold up quite small, but it just takes up so much inventory space to carry a full suit on you.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
true.
No, great mod there, Appenbert. Well done. One to look at for many a server.
Hell yeah.
This also was really nice to see. Who runs the world? Anyone?
The DayZ
Let me
podcast.
just check it out.
Girls!
Oh yes. I saw you. You were you talked about it on Twitter, I believe.
Yeah, the Trump. Oh, God, prestige. The Illuminati. QAnon. No, Ariana, with a great idea here. Oh, guys, I'm so excited for what I'm planning for this. Why are we not following her with that account? So excited for what I'm planning for the Ladies' DayZ night. It's going to be so good. We'll set up a chat later today, and the event will be beginning of next month. So, beginning of February. Yeah, the raffle's still going, Forrest Gump. Make sure you enter, buddy. It is just, I think it's a great fucking idea. All the girls are getting so excited for it. A girls' night out. I reckon it's going to be wild. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans. Some of those girls, I'm not saying that because they're girls, but some of those girls can PvP. I can't PvP. So fucking half of them would beat. Nearly all of them would fucking beat them. You type in !raffle space, then a number between 1 to 200, depending on how many tickets you have, Forrest Gump. You need to check your tickets with !points. See how many you have. But yeah, I'm 100% behind this. Anything to mix it up. I'd love to see some of the stream teams getting together and taking over a server. Doing their, because I know there'll be people who'll try and fuck with them, but I'm pretty sure these girls will be smart. Girls are smarter than boys. We all know that. And they'll be playing on a server and have some admin eye in the skies watching them to see if there's anyone trying to play shenanigans and all the rest of it. But yeah. I'd love to see them track down someone like Sarah Moore or Uncle Ray and just torture them.
It would be really, really nice to see. I will admit, like, it's not often that you'll get like a certain group of players in the community. In this case, the women actually coming together to, like, as you say, like a ladies' night out. Just sitting down, just bashing the fucking game. I'm happy to see it. I'm really, really happy to see it. And I really hope for the best that it goes well for all of them. And I can't wait to hear everything about it. Really can't wait to hear everything about it.
Yeah, because see.
Oh, bloody hell.
Now, good on the girls for taking the initiative and doing something that should be a lot of fun and will probably make some great content as well for all of them.
Yes.
I get the feeling they will be out for blood. They will be hunting people down like crazy.
They will be goddamn ruthless, and I welcome it.
Bloody-o. Bloody-o. Another little bit of positive news, which was good to see, is gone. Dubgra hit a milestone.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just...
Must have deleted the tweet, but he, what did he hit? 50,000 downloads or 30,000 downloads on his
30,000.
30,000 downloads on his the base mod for the better windows and doors and I've forgotten the name of it. You'd probably remember it, lad.
Oh,
So there was his metallurgy. All
window
that.
barricades.
There was his,
Window barricades.
yes,
That's the
window
one.
barricades. That was the one. Yeah.
He should have doors coming for that soon.
Building fortifications. Derloff's got it right.
Yeah, that's the full name of it. Yeah. I've been kind of constantly asking him about doors coming and stuff like that. But he said he's working on them. He's just getting animations and all that sorted. So should expect something in the next coming weeks to months.
No, I don't think so. He's stopped.
Has he?
Yep. Last night. Yeah. I was going to mention it in earlier on, didn't get the time. He's contemplated, and it looks like, judging by his Steam, he's quit modding, or at least taking a break.
We
He's
did
not
encourage. We had a chat with Dumpgra yesterday. Myself, well, Lad was already in with him, and then I reached out to him because I could see he was a bit down in the dumps as well. And Spud ended up joining in as well, and we advised him that he should probably take a break because he's getting, you know, he's kind of a bit like Rag, isn't he, Lad?
In a way, yeah. There's a lot of stuff.
We won't go into it too much because this is. I wasn't aware that he'd actually officially made a statement, but that's very sad as well because he's a brilliant mind.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything.
He hasn't made a public statement. He's just kind of, I think, from what I could gather, again, don't want to go into it, privacy, and, if he wants to come on and discuss it, he has absolute full free right to do that. But modding for him, whereas it was fun, he spent a lot of time learning and teaching people. At the end of the day, the returns of it, just, he couldn't do it anymore. He couldn't really do it. And I respect his decision to do. It's heartbreaking to see, especially, considering he taught me how to do it all. I do hope that he does come back with it. I have said to him, maybe, if he does come back to do it, that'd be fantastic to see. But at the end of the day, it's his decision, what he wants to do. Modders, I dare say modders come and go, but he was certainly one of the most. He was certainly the best. Well, one of the best, definitely, in my eyes. Really good ideas.
Out of the box
really good
ideas.
Implementation.
And not just doing a reskin of a gun or something like that. No, not disdaining that. But he would come up with like his ammo making mod is still one of my top 5 mods of all time. It's a great one for servers where you've got a strong community and you're wanting something a bit more apocalyptic, and you've got to have a base and all the rest of it, and you can do trading because of it, and have someone as the ammo maker in your village or your little community, and combine it with the metallurgy. It's just a brilliant fucking mod, and it's a shame.
So just a quick interjection. Sorry, Max. Quick interjection. Yeah. Steam fucked up for us. His mods are still up there. They're still available. Steam said for a second that they weren't, but they are. Might have just been a weird thing. But it still doesn't detract from the fact of what the situation is.
Yeah. I hope if
maybe he will.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but maybe. But yeah, but not go on. Take it, Marks.
I just hope if he does decide to pull his mods down for whatever reason, I don't know why he would, but if he did want to, I hope he puts some type of statement either out on Twitter or his Discord or something, just leaving people know that look, they're going down, because a lot of servers use his fortification window. The server I'm playing on right now, uses it. So at least if we give a heads up, or even just say, right, they're going down at this time or something like that, then I can reach out and,
Yeah.
because otherwise it's just going to fuck bases and everything up completely. It'll be a disaster if they do go down. See, a lot of people, I see a lot of modders given out to content creators when their mods don't do well. And I think that they put a lot of blame on content creators because content creators have a system that was put in place for them by the likes of Google or Amazon or whatever that allows us to make money. But I see a lot of modders giving out that people that they can't make money, so they blame it on content creators, even though they should be holding the blame at like either Bohemia or Steam or something like that. And I've seen it a lot lately, and it's kind of, in a way, a bit unfair to do that. So I think when a modder quits, whether it's making mods or whatever, if it is to do with the funding part or whatever, don't put the blame on content creators in a way, because we can't help you in that sense. We can't suddenly make your mods earn money or stuff like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's been frustrating recently, some of the comments I've seen on from certain people about the whole modding situation. I don't know if you've seen it recently, buddy.
So I was just chatting with Dumbgra in DMs. He's just joined us. Okay, clarify the situation, Dumbgra.
He's deafened. You can't hear. No, there.
Yep.
Dump, can yours?
Hey. So I got a couple PMs from people. What's going on?
So Lad just bombshelled us and said that you were going to be stepping away from modding for a while, and
I mean, I was seriously considering it, but I didn't say yes or no 100%.
okay.
I mean, I was frustrated. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if I will, and I don't think I will after talking to a couple of people. Some people gave me some ideas. So I think Lad just misheard me.
Can I ask a question, Dump? And you don't have to answer if you don't want. What makes you want to stop quitting, or not stop quitting, but stop making mods? For example, like we've seen Ragdude recently. Is it a funding thing, or is it a negativity thing from other users, or is it a mix of both, or like what is it exactly?
I guess because I'm a metaphor asshole. It's about like I love DayZ, and I love modding for DayZ, but DayZ doesn't really reciprocate that love. And I'm pretty much like a person in an abusive relationship. I just keep coming back for more, right? But like, it's not trying to be a pity party. It's just more of a kind of growing up realization that like DayZ actually isn't going to make me go further in reality. Like, I know some people may have made it successful, like Gravity Wolf and others have become actual real life positions and jobs, right, from DayZ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't see that happening to me as long as I stay doing mods for DayZ. I think that those are exceptional situations that happen to those people. So why keep putting something effort into something that's not going to give me something back eventually that will be worthwhile? It's a video game at the end of the day, and I kind of should just start treating it as such.
Yeah. Have you made a portfolio of your work, for example? Like, I know I've heard a lot of people, different modders and stuff. I think, Lad, you even done it at one stage when you were thinking of applying for.
I tried to make one. Yes, DanceofJesus was helping me make one, but I kind of messed it up because I had to I don't know HTML, and I didn't want to get like a website like Squarespace or anything like that to make me portfolio. So I was trying to learn HTML, and it kind of went in the back burner for a while.
Yeah, but like, is there ways like by making a portfolio or like I suppose in a way, it is tricky. I can see your point. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Not trying to be whiny. I'm just trying to say that there is a certain level of, I guess, realization that somebody has to come to, like me, that goes, all of my skills, effort, and training are in DayZ wholly. If DayZ were to go poof in the next 5 hours, I could model in Blender and I could texture outside of DayZ, but all of my coding efforts and everything else pretty much goes away with it because DayZ, while yes, it uses common languages in real life, like C#, C++, it combines those languages in such a way that even when I show my work to my friends who do coding for a real life, works for a medical place, he goes, "What's that?" It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's usable in real life situations, but I would have to spend the next like 6 to 7 months to even a year retraining myself, and that's why I'm like, maybe I should start doing that before DayZ goes away, and that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you should always.
That's a smart. Yeah, that's smart.
You should always look at improving yourself, like your coding abilities, whatever, in different ways. Like even. You can have more than one hobby if that makes sense. Like learning, like somebody like Zyson said, just learn Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, or a different language or something like that. You can always kind of do both. So say you get sick of, or your brain's been melted by trying to make some mod for DayZ, you can be like, right, I'm going to take a break from this and go back to Unreal Engine, or vice versa. No, I was just kind of shocked when lads said it, because with your barricade mod hitting such high numbers, I was like, when like a video of mine, for example, hits a high number, it's very motivational for me. Like if my update video for 2022 just broke 100k views, it's like, right, that brings me a lot of motivation, and it brings me a bit of joy. And I'm like, right, so now when I'm already thinking ahead to 116, when those videos come out, and I'm like, right, I know what I can do better to make these better, and gain more of an audience and stuff. And it's like, I thought maybe it would have given you that same motivation when you saw your barricade mod doing so well, to not necessarily improve the barricade mod, but like, come up with more ideas for it and new things you could add and this and that, that way.
Yeah, you're very right, and it does give me a bit of motivation. But I think I was in the podcast a little bit earlier because I was busy doing something. I heard Lad talk about how Rag got all this crap for doing this thing of his, right? It broke or something, right? And then as soon as he fixed it, there wasn't a peep of thank you or appreciation. And that's actually a real thing for a lot of us modders, is that we do a lot of this stuff for free. And while we do appreciate any donations, when we have people who just treat us like absolute trash for making a slight mistake, but yet the amount of praise only comes from maybe when we give them something that they've been begging us for. Like when I release the door barricade for my base fortifications mod, I'm going to get you and probably a lot of other people praising me, and it's only going to last for maybe a day. And while I don't expect people to praise me constantly, the fact is that okay, metaphor time. If you were with somebody and they only praised you when you gave them a fucking diamond, and then every other day didn't say a word to you, and then when you broke something in the house, they beat the hell out of you until you gave them another diamond, you wouldn't really like those people, would you? That's kind of how DayZ modding feels.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's a horrible analogy, and I probably shouldn't have said it, like that. But like the fact is the community only gives us appreciation when we give them something that they think is worth appreciating. And it's not like, oh, hey, thanks for maintaining the mod and doing all these amazing bug fixes more and more. I mean, even the DayZ devs have this problem, right? Like, how many people show appreciation for a 28 lines of bug fixes that we've all been waiting for? I don't mean all the modders were celebrating, going yay, but the majority of players, they don't give a fuck.
But you can see it in the comments of some of my update videos where like, why did they fix all this stuff, but they only gave us one new gun? What
exactly.
the fuck, devs?
Yeah.
It's like that. But like when like, I hope you've been reading the comments on the video I done about your mod, like the praise you were getting in there and how cool you knew. Yes, there's obviously negative comments. There's going to be negative comments wherever you go.
Of course.
But the handful of negative comments compared to the hundreds of positive comments on that video were insane. And I hope that helped boosted your mood and like made you more motivated again. And it's great to see. And I haven't heard anyone badmouth the barricade mod at all. To be like
No,
from me,
I
you've probably seen it, but like it is a very, very good and unique mod.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some feedback on it, but nothing really bad. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not trying to whine about how we were treated. I'm trying to say that the way we were treated is making some of us modders kind of, like, grow the fuck up and be all like, maybe we should just start using our skills elsewhere where we can actually make a living or actually be better off. It's not about whether or not DayZ's community is 100% toxic towards us or that we're, spoiled little punks. It's more about, hey, we actually know how to do all these really cool things, and maybe DayZ's community doesn't actually wish to support us in this, so maybe we should move on. Like, you even yourself, Marks, you just call it a hobby again. And a lot of modders, while yes, it is a hobby, we do want to eventually move from being a hobbyist to being professional people. And as long as we keep getting put into the category of hobbyists, people can keep defending the position that we should not get paid at all. So,
but then it's up to ye modders then to make that step from hobbyist to making it into something that is a bit more professional,
And agreed.
Whether it be,
and that's what we're trying to do. But yeah,
whether it be
you see Room Service put in his mod, come give me a small donation and size 6 font on his thing, and the entire community ripped him a new one. There were so many examples of modders trying to make money that actually backfire on them, and it's because the community doesn't see modders as actually people who should be being paid on a regular basis or even at all.
Yeah, but the way he went about doing it with his code block mod was brain dead. It was a stupid way of doing it. Like,
think about how he did it, right?
Being paid
think
on
about
a regular
it.
basis.
He only had it appear when you used his mod, his content, his work, his efforts. And the server owners are the ones that put the mods on their servers. And it was a level 6 font on the upper hand thing of your corner that you barely could see. I remember the pictures of it. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, but when
think about that,
the thing, what's the best way to go? It's like you should be also giving out to Steam and Bohemia in a way as well, because it should be easier for you to, have your PayPal links up there or have your whatever links, to get donated or whatever. But putting it in people's faces where you're like, pay me now, like he did. Of course, nobody was going to pay him for it, but the time when you're going to get donations is when you kind of nearly least expect it, if that makes sense. If you're going to kind of go into it expecting donations constantly, you're going to be let down quite a lot. But when, like, if you deliver a quality product that people will like, some people, obviously not all of them, will throw a few quid, your way towards it. You obviously have to promote your PayPal and stuff with it. If you're not promoting your PayPal or your, I can't think the other Patreons or anything like that, then obviously nobody's going to, send money to you because they can't find your links. Stuff like that, it has to be looked into with a lot of modders as well. And I know a lot of modders say that they don't like being in the public eye and stuff like this, but make sure your Discord DMs are private. Make sure your Twitter DMs are private. I know you don't want to turn off your comments, but there has to be some type of filters on Steam comments or something to filter out the bad stuff. I'd be surprised if there isn't. Set that up. Have your Discord like you have your Discord dump where people can come in and give feedback, and if your mods break, you have different channels and stuff, which is great. And leave people give feedback there. And if people are giving negative feedback, kind of have to deal with it not in a way, but you kind of have to look at it and be like, right, are they giving negative feedback because they just hate me or my mod, or are they giving feedback because they're a bit annoyed? They're after spending hours.
You can't have a one-size-fits-all approach to that, though, Marks.
I know.
Everyone handles criticism differently. Depending.
Yeah,
I know myself. I quite often say, sometimes you just got to suck it up. But I've got PTSD, anxiety, depression myself. There are times where that comment, I've had comments that have just, for some reason, they've just hit me. Like when OG had a go at me. That really fucking hit me. I had, I think I shared that one where someone left a comment on one of my videos saying I'm a grinder or some term. I had to Google it. And it was basically someone who takes advantage of others for their own benefit. And I was like, you don't fucking know me, mate. I do as everything I possibly can. And that one, it just hit me. I get comments all the time. I hear what people say about me behind my back. And most of the time, I'm pretty broad-shouldered. But every now and then, you've had it yourself, Mark, where something just hits you and...
Oh, yeah, it's the wrong way. You're in a bad mood or something, and it just hits you the wrong way, rubs you wrong, and you're into it. And of course, you're going to get days like that. And what I do is I just log off.
Either way,
I just log off while you go outside.
Don't have thick enough skin or anything. I'm just simply stating that, like, for me personally, I think Lad was with me yesterday, so was Boydie. I was just really frustrated, and that frustration sometimes gives off the wrong impression. So I do apologize about that.
Sometimes nothing to apologize for, mate.
I don't plan on ripping down my mods or anything. But if I do leave DayZ, I'll take everything with me because it's my stuff. But like, I don't plan on leaving DayZ anytime soon.
Just at least if you're ever going to do that, just at least leave people know beforehand so you don't cause servers to self-destruct. That'd be the only thing I'd ask.
I mean,
yeah, because yesterday, Dump, you said that you were gonna when we were talking about it, you said you were gonna do something about like an empty PBO. Kind of, I think we were joking about it a little bit because I said if you should put in your PBOs like a little notepad like document, and it should have like the URL for Rick Astley's never going to give you up in there. Or something like that. I think we joked on about that, but
that's the thing though. Like us modders, we actually don't technically need to tell anybody if we choose to leave. Not mind you, it's a courteous,
obviously
nice
not,
thing to do.
but it would be a nice thing to do, not be a dickish thing to do, like some people.
But either way, but yeah, that's why I just jumped in here because I didn't want people to think that I was walking away right now.
Just remember, everyone has a breaking point, and we all, I think probably. I doubt there'd be many of us here who couldn't say I've never snapped when it just becomes too much. And part of that is because of what Zyson set up there, and it's something BI needs to work on, getting paid with DayZ. The last place is modders, the next place is server owners, the next place is content creators, and then it's obviously Bohemia for people who can make money from this title. And it's kind of sad that modders are at the bottom of the tier.
It's not Bohemia paying us, it's YouTube and Google paying us, that way, or Amazon, wherever platform you stream. But like Darla said there,
but it's okay. You're right there, but you're wrong on one point, because it's very easy for us. It's clearly they state we could go and make content. How are modders meant to do it? Modding videos will never be as popular as pulling off the biggest heist in DayZ history videos.
Of course not.
The money opportunities for modders, unless they go the shifty route, is fuck all, lad.
I'll go the shifty route. Right. Why not?
Fuck that.
Some people have morals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like even content creators, like if you were only making vanilla content from DayZ, then you wouldn't. It would be still successful, I guarantee it, because it's more about who's creating content, not necessarily about what you have. But having extra content to use to create that stuff is pretty cool, right? But like, so it just kind of works out really well for everybody else. And I would actually argue that I think server owners actually make more than most content creators.
Oh, server owners make a fortune when their servers are popular. But it's like what Darla said there. You should be reaching out to BI, emailing them every single day, going, "Look, make this." Don't be. I see a lot of people, like I've just mentioned it, where they kind of give out to the content creators for their mods not getting paid or something. But you need to be reaching out to BI BI is the only one that can help you in this situation. I can make as many showcase videos as I want and get you as many subscriptions or whatever you want on your thing, but I can't. I linked your PayPal or whatever stuff you get me to link. That was linked in the comments and the page, but I can't force people to suddenly go and be like, donate to this man. I have it there. People could do it if they wanted to, but we can't force anyone to do it.
I did try to do this a couple times, and I posted about this a couple times on Twitter. And I didn't get pretty much no responses, but I got a lot of views on it. And I was trying to challenge active streamers on Twitch and stuff, to try to pick a mod and talk about the modder, and then suggest to people, give them a follow, comment, maybe give them PayPal, whatever, right? And I know that was kind of silly. It wasn't a very fully flushed out idea, but stuff like that from content creators for modders actually might be more helpful than they think. But I'm not saying it's going to fix the issue, right? But it would be a little bit helpful. What's that?
Congratulations, Blaze Donuts. Click on that link, mate, and you'll be able to fill out the information to get the DayZ podcast beanie sent directly to you, mate. Congratulations, buddy.
Congrats.
Lucky shit. I wanted that. No, but well done, mate. Absolutely well done. Congrats. Post pictures of it when you do get it. We always like to see people who buy our merch to see what it looks like. But nice one, mate. Nice one.
And you bang on the money, Skull Speeder. Modding tutorials. There's a lot of money for someone who's in Melbourne. Fucking done. It's totally out of my hands. I just press the button. Hate Streamlabs even more than they're already hated. But yeah. No, it's good to know you're still around, Dumpy, and yeah.
Yeah, because when we started the topic, I checked your workshop, and on my end, it was just showing a few mods, and it was oh shit, none of his mods are there. Did he took them down? Which is why I said what I said. And then when I refreshed, it was all there. So I was like, okay. Thanks, Steam.
I just want to quickly get what they're saying in chat, what Zyson and Iceblade are saying. I 100% agree. Now, I know the Running Man. I know he donates from time to time to various mods. I've seen him actually state that publicly on Twitter. He doesn't make a big deal about it, but he does it.
I hate people who make a big deal about it.
I would like
I'm so glad he doesn't.
But at the same time, if they don't set an example, there'll be plenty of others out there who may not be doing it because they don't want to do it, but because they've just never thought to do it. So it's good that they do it from time to time. And, someone has to set an example of what needs to be done. I think people are sick and tired of hearing me fucking, shame people almost for not doing it. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done. People, whether it only be $5, whether it be signing up to, so many of them have got Patreons, so many of them don't use their Patreon properly, so they're their own worst enemy. You need to be posting regularly. You need to be keeping people updated, make them feel special for being a patron. I just got a notification. He's redeemed his prize. It worked perfectly that time.
A lot of modders could do what Skeleton Spirit was saying. There's a lot of mod tutorials that are just being left out on the table and stuff, and a lot of money being left on the table there, which is true. There is, and I feel like modders should be also making their own videos on how to, set up their mods, whether it be set them up on their servers or show how they work and stuff like that as well. Because then when you do, if you do make these videos right and title them right and your mod gets it popular, people are going to search for these things and you're going to gain subs and you're going to gain views. And then once you hit that, certain threshold, then you start making a bit of money from it. You have to use everything available. There's so much stuff available to modders out there, but a lot of them don't use social media stuff like that. Like a lot of modders have Twitters, but they don't talk about their mods on their Twitters.
Mm.
Some even don't even have their PayPal's linked. Some people don't, tweet when they have a new video out or they're streaming their mods being worked on. So you have to use what you have in front of you to be able to get anywhere. Share it on Reddit, share it on Facebook. You have to do that.
We do it as well, Derla. I've got my page open. Give me 1 second. I got a couple of personal ones, like I'm a patron of the PKA podcast because I love what they do. But let me.
But a buffoon like me with social media. I have my social media. I post about my stuff all the time. I make tutorial videos for my mods most of the time. I make how-to videos on how to do that. And I could tell you here that my forging tutorial, which has been up for a long time, has barely 550 views. My window barricade video has barely 253 views.
See, there's things there. I just went onto your barricade mod on Steam. Your tutorial video isn't linked on the Steam page. It's not in with the photos. Have you shared them on Reddit? Have you shared them on... You have your YouTube channel linked, but the actual video itself, like a lot of modders do it. Hunter Z did it when he with his dog mod. When I made the video on that, if you go onto his actual page, and you know the way you have the pictures and they slideshow through, one of the first things that pops up is my video showcasing off his mod, and he has his own videos there as well. It's the first things you see, and then it goes on to the pictures and stuff like that. He has them there,
Definitely.
Like a lot of people, a lot of modders, not just you, but there's a lot of modders out there that don't do that. People make videos on their mods, or they might make videos themselves on their own mods, and then don't put them on their own mod workshop page. So, like people might click it then, but a lot of people probably don't realize that those videos are there for that reason.
Oh yeah, agreed. Totally agreed.
Make sure to look at things like that, and I know you might say it's stupid to share them on the DayZ Reddit and the Facebook page, but that's where the majority of your views are going to come from. If I didn't share my videos on Reddit or Facebook, I wouldn't be where I am today with stuff. You have to promote yourself like that. Whitey does it as well with the clips videos and the streams and everything. Yeah, you have to just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and it will grab attention. And once you have, people will start to see these videos and stuff like that. And you just have to keep at it and at it. It takes a while, but you
have to learn.
It's the only way to do it. You have to.
I was looking at my analytics. I've been a hack at best. By the way, Iceblade, what's happening with your video with Ghoul Z? Because you won that, mate, so you can use that to showcase some of your stuff. But you've got to spend a bit of time to start to understand this stuff, and I'm slowly getting better. Marks and Archie have been quite good at helping me with some of this stuff. Marks in particular, but you've got to be persistent. You can't expect it to happen overnight. I've shown people my analytics before. We'll go in there and we'll look again. What the hell was that? Something just happened. Okay. Analytics. Subscribers. Now, this is what I wanted to look at. See more. This is confused. Marks, help me. I'm embarrassing myself again.
What are you looking for?
Subscribers total.
I don't know why you keep going into these graphs. I don't click into these graphs. Are you looking for your subscribers over the last month?
Over total.
You have 3,000. Shows you there. Real time on the left. Right, sorry.
Right.
3085.
Yeah, but I wanted to see the growth of, I've constantly been looking at it and looking for there we go. Lifetime.
So, no. Subscription status, maybe, up the top there? Is that it?
Not by video.
Now, just look at this. Like, I've had a few peaks, but then when you get down the end here, it's much stronger. Not the big, massive peaks for, obviously I did something right on that day, or someone shouted me out or something like that. There's been a few little peaks in that, but this last little peak here, that's steady growth, and that's sticking finally because I've constantly been, doing different things, and you feel like a bit of a shill at times when you're on Twitter and stuff like that. Like your statistics, baby, show me your graphs. But you've got to go in and you've got to look at this stuff. And as much as a lot of you modders are more about the code and all the rest of it, if you want your presence to grow, you've got to get that complete package going. Part of Inclement Dab's success is his personality. He's quirky, he's funny, he on social media doing wacky stuff. And that's not everyone. And you might just have to maybe admit one day that's not me. I'm never going to be like that. But for me, I'm never going to be as good as Mark's at doing videos, as Archie at doing videos, as Scalespeeder at doing videos, at JLK at doing videos, at Fubar Bundy at doing videos. But I know what I am good at, and that's fucking talking.
So can I just... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I... so I'm in the video I made for Dumpgrass mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the stats bit and stuff like that. This video, I think one of the reasons it's on 26,000 views, by the way. One of the reasons it did so well is it hit recommended, so it was in the browser feature. So, like when you're just scrolling through different DayZ videos, it came up and recommended. 10% of people searched for a video on this mod, and then external. So 2.7% is external, right? And then it breaks down what the external comes from. 29% of that came from Discord. 28% of that came from Facebook. Can I share the screen? Hang on. Yeah, okay, I can. Just double checking there was nothing I needed to hide out of the way. 1 second.
Are you one of these hide your revenue types?
Well, here we go. So this is his video, the barricade mod. You can see from it here, the browse features obviously hit recommended, so 76% came from there. 10% came from YouTube's, from people searching it in YouTube. 3.6% was YouTube notifications, people that have my notifications turned on. But this is the one you want to look at, is 2.7% came from external, which mightn't seem like a lot, but it is still a decent amount. 29% of that came from Discord, so it's probably either my Discord notifications or it might have been shared in a few other Discords as well. 28% of it came from Facebook. It done really well on Facebook in the group. That's there. Google search was 8.6%. Discord again was 10%. Reddit was 6.2%. WhatsApp, Twitter, YouTube, like all these different things. Like I share it on Reddit and I share it on Facebook and Twitter. It automatically goes out on Discord because there's a bot set up. But they do make a difference, Reddit and stuff like that. And even if it just gets people talking about it, like what video was it that I uploaded that done really well on Reddit recently? Hang on, give me literally 2 seconds. There was a video that done of mine that done really, really well on Reddit. Oh, it was the video with DayZ. I made about DayZ that had like twice as many players as the new Battlefield came out. That got like 100 upvotes. Let me see how many upvotes.
This is all really cool.
You just gotta have to share your stuff, and you gotta. It can be kind of daunting going into, but it's literally just copy and paste your link, share it in, Reddit. I only do Reddit, Facebook, and then I post it on my own Twitter. That's as far as I go. You could share it on other sites if there is any. Yeah.
Can you click on the revenue tab for us, mate?
I'm not clicking on the revenue.
Just asking for
I'm
a
not
friend.
clicking on the revenue tab. No.
I mean, you're so right about this, right? This is such a great way, and people should learn how to do this. But you're essentially telling someone who shapes things out of clay to learn how to paint. They could do it. It's just getting them to do it.
Dumpgra, if I can do it, anyone can fucking do it.
You keep saying that, but you're so much smarter than you think you are.
And you are so much smarter than you think you are. I've seen what you can fucking do with modding and XML codes and JSONs and fixing my broken fucking server. This is easy. This is easy as far as tech stuff. The hard part will be the pushing yourself to actually be a shill, for want of a better word, and actually start encouraging people, letting people know, hey, I don't expect it. The same as streamers do, the same as YouTubers do. I don't expect it, but it's gratefully appreciated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's a hard thing, especially for modders because of the culture, to change their mindset.
So, I posted a thing on Twitter about my mod reaching 30k views. I'm pretty sure you guys all saw it.
I went to click on it and you deleted it.
Yeah, it's gone because I got pissed off and acted like a child. Either way, it had 8,000 impressions within the first 24 hours, and then stuff. And a lot of my stuff does, but it's real funny because I don't get a lot of traffic to my other things, and it's probably because I'm not doing what Mark says about putting it in my workshops and stuff like that. But there are people out there, modders like me, who are doing that. I put my stuff on TikTok. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. I talk about it on my streams and stuff like that. And the amount of people that are coming to me hasn't actually increased. But it is something that gains over time, which Mark's is totally correct about. So it's cool to see Mark's giving us some of this information, right?
Yeah, so it's just getting in the habit of doing it. When you upload a video, it's copying your link. Like I do it very easily. I copy my link, I create a post on Reddit, I put it in the linked section, I paste the link, and then I put the title of the video as the title of the thing on Reddit, and I post it. That's all you do. That's all you have to do. Same on Facebook. It's the exact same thing. On Twitter, I post the thumbnail and then type it a little bit differently because that's just the way I do it, but you could do the same thing again. You make sure, otherwise, make sure, like in your descriptions, you probably have it, but link your Twitter, your PayPal or Patreon, whatever you use. Link your own mod as well. Link all that stuff, and you will get clicks on it over time. Like I link my Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch at all. I'm still gaining followers on Twitch. I think I'm close to 500. I haven't streamed on Twitch. But it's just because it's there and people will read the description and stuff like that. They'll go into it and stuff. Like this one, for example, this is the dog mod, right? Again, this one hit recommended again. YouTube search is there. But if you go to external, which on this one is 7.6%, Google search takes up 29% of that. Twitter takes up 13% of that because DayZ retweeted it. And so it blew up. Facebook is also 13% of that. Discord, and then Reddit is there again. It's just things like this. You just gotta... They do help at the end of the day. Even if the post in Facebook or Reddit doesn't get an upvote or a like, doesn't mean it's being looked at. That way people just like to dislike stuff or downvote stuff just because they can. And it happens all the time. But you just got to keep going at it. It's like anything. You just got to keep going at it and at it and at it until you get there and get better and better and better every time.
Keep at it, bro. Keep at it.
And if you need help, this goes for any modder out there, if you need help or suggestions on how to share your content, or you can't think of a certain title, or you're not doing too well, you can always change your titles and change your thumbnails and stuff. Clean, simple titles and thumbnails are the best way to go. That people are read easy as well. If you ever need anyone to reach out to, you can always reach out to me on Twitter or in the podcast Discord or on Discord itself, and I'll run you through it. I don't mind doing it at all.
Yeah,
it's the least I can do.
And Dyson, you are right, mate. An exciting adventure video of DayZ gameplay is always going to get more views and replays in a mod tutorial. That said, there is it's a golden age to be doing tutorials on DayZ right now. Plus, I really think there is a market, and it's something I've been thinking of trying to do myself, but I keep on talking myself out of it because I'm a shit editor. But of doing a 87.8 Survivor FM intro to DayZ series, basically talking about the difference between vanilla servers, modern servers, what you can expect, the sort of errors you're going to encounter, things like frustrates me to death when you launch up a server and then you get a PBO error or missing file, and how to fix that, how to go in and repair the file, and stuff like that.
I done a video on how to fix PBO errors and stuff like that ages ago, and it's to this day I'm still getting comments on it. People saying it's worked. Comments say that it hasn't worked as well. You get a bit of both, but it's still getting views to this day. It's always that way. Like I said this in my tweet I put out a while ago when I posted that my video, like a video of me just simply talking about DayZ. It had nothing to do with gameplay whatsoever. It broke 100,000 views, which is stupid to think of. And it's like, you can be unique on DayZ and you don't have to follow the DayZ gameplay style just to get views, if that makes sense. Everybody's always going to need tutorials. The modding scene is not going anywhere. People are always going to want these modding videos and stuff like that. There's an audience for it, there's a market for it there, and there's a lot of money being left on the table for it. Do it. Just go do it. You know what I mean? You're not going to get anywhere if you don't try. Be unique. No one will judge you. That unique thing will pay off if you keep grinding towards it. And
Okay.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Enough of me waffling.
We've got something else exciting to talk about, though, that Marks, you teased on Twitter. You're going to have to share your screen again, buddy.
I am. Okay. So, me and Buddy were playing Rearmed the other day, and we were running up the west side of the map. Is it the west side of the map? Yeah. Am I correct there? Yeah, the west side of the map, where it's those dead trees that have like no leaves on them and stuff like that. It's kind of up that west side of the map. And we were running through that area, and I was thinking, why aren't the toxic zones like that? Like, have those dead trees in them, instead of like when you walk into Pavlovo, for example, they've all got these lush trees with the leaves still on them and everything's bright and stuff. When you would actually think about it, when you go into a toxic zone, it's always going to be toxic and it's going to do damage to the environment at some stage. So why not have like push an update where the lush bright trees are gone and it's replaced by all these dead trees and stuff like that, and it looks like it's actually the toxic waste or whatever is doing damage to the environment. So I had the idea, and I've done it on the DayZ editor just to kind of see what it would be like. So just give me a second to load the editor up, and I'll show you. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Wow.
And yes, Patricia Scalespeeder does do Nitrado console videos.
I'll do this Toxic Zone edit first. You might give me a second now because there's a lot of trees to load. But me and Buddy were talking about it in Prestige as well, and it was like, it kind of makes sense for the area to be kind of dead. And so I said, hey, since the editor's down, we actually have the power to do this. Why not give it a go? And I was able to create a brush, lad, by the way. You'll be happy to hear. So thank you for telling me about that, because I didn't know that was the thing. So it's still loading.
Bring it, Nasty. Bring it.
Hurry it up. I want to see it.
You guys all need to give a quick thank you to Blaze Donuts as well.
Oh yeah, thank you for the donation, Blaze, by the way. I did see that, but I was
He popped,
rambling at the time.
popped out
Appreciate it.
Pally.gg cherry.
That's what we like to see.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you very
this
much for your
is
contribution.
riffy.
Really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. And also want to give thanks to Dump for coming in and explaining the situation.
Yeah.
And letting us know what was going on.
Yeah, don't give up modding. You have a popular mod, keep going. We all love it. We'll be lost without it.
No, I didn't hear the Tonga eruption scale speeder. I watched it on Twitter. It was fucking awesome. Nature. Scary, but bloody beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
Have I gone? No, I haven't. Wait. I always lose Pav. Pav.
Right, okay.
Wait, it's over there. Yeah, just over there.
Yeah.
Right. So, this is what I've done. Now, I haven't edited any buildings or anything like this. I've just done the trees. So, I'll go into, like, actual character in a minute. But I erased all the trees, and I put down these dead trees, which have basically no leaves on them and stuff like that instead. I made a brush for it, so it was easier to do. Is it probably better just to show you in if I do that and that? Yeah. So I think it turned out pretty. I don't know. Anyway, I think it turned out pretty cool.
I love.
I kind of left it. I left it a bit realistic. So the edge of the kind of perimeter. Hang on, let me show you in the camera again. So the edge of the perimeter, for example, where the fence is, still has kind of more greenery, and the more up here you go, it still has kind of more alive trees because the gas doesn't spread this far.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep it a bit realistic. But the further in you go down, it just completely disappears. I left a few trees scattered around because I was like, it probably wouldn't kill everything in sight. You know, one or two would probably live. But yeah, every single live tree that was around, I erased and then went back around with the thing.
The one thing when you were doing this, something that had me wondering, and this is where you come in, lad. Would it be possible to replace the texture of the ground around there as well? Because like Nasty's saying in chat, it does have a Agent Orange sort of vibe to it. But it'd be great if you could also do the grass as well. Make it dead grass or...
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. Well, technically yes, but see the thing is when you say if you were to change the texture for that area, you'd be changing the texture for that base texture, which would affect the entire map. And you'd have to do that by a prefix, which is a pain in the ass to do. So the only thing you could do is, I'm not too sure if the delete tool actually gets rid of the grass. And it persists. Maybe decal is Red Falcon, but that might be a bit performance heavy. It's a bit of a finicky one to do. I think the trees here is a really nice touch. Really gives a little extra life, which is funny to say, really. But it makes it more.
We obviously don't have
more open.
Yeah, we don't have the gas, so like it'd probably even give it a better vibe with the gas. You know, obviously it makes sense why the trees are dead. But I think it looks a lot better, and it makes it look like this was actually, you know, hit environmentally.
I love it. I do. Because these are perma zones. You know, they're talking about it over on the YouTube chat, and Attrition's explaining that if it was a chlorine gas. It turns water into acid, so yeah, it would kill the trees over time. You wouldn't want this at the random zones where it blows away. But the two perma zones or any perma zones, I think it's great. It adds that eerie feeling to the area.
Yeah, it definitely does. I will say, this is the first time you've done this, yeah?
Yeah, we have. It's literally like it's not perfect, as you can see.
Yeah, it's good. Though. I like.
Fix your fucking mod, mate.
Yeah, right. Hashtag bad modder.
First.
But like obviously, when we go up here, it's the trees are still going to be a bit more alive. When you go around the edge, it's a mix of live, like outside the perimeter, it's a mix of live and dead trees.
Yeah.
So it looks. I don't know. I thought it was a cool idea, and I think it looks kind of
It is cool.
cool.
I
Obviously,
like
the
it.
trees
It's
could probably
pretty
be
cool.
spread out a bit more and stuff, but I was just doing it with a brush. I don't really know the editor that well, so I'm just,
No, I think it's even with the brush there. If you were to, I know there was one slightly on the road when you walked in, but even with the brush, you've made a good brush. Share it with the share it on Dab's Discord.
That's where I got it
Sure
from.
there's-
It was from the
Oh,
it was from
there
the
you go.
brushes Discord. Yeah, there's something
Yeah.
about that. So I done this, and then I also done Riffy. So again, give me what am I looking for?
No, you don't have to do that.
Gonna?
Press
there a
F,
faster
like
way?
go in the normal, go yeah. So go in the normal view. Not that view. Sorry, the actual
this
editor
one?
view. Press M. Now scroll to Riffy.
Should be it's up here now. Yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah.
Right there. Put your mouse over Riffy.
Mhm.
Right click. Not right click. Middle mouse button. Now press M again.
Oh fuck.
Your character won't move, but your camera will stay persistent. So and then just press T.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that worked. So again, I done it with Riffy. Now I've added. I'll do it in camera. I suppose first. Let me just slow down this camera again.
Yeah.
I done it with Riffy, but I added more trees, but a lot more dead trees to the kind of area. And obviously I done like up here, so there's just like a strip of them closer to the action, but then obviously further you go back, it's not going to affect it much.
Mm-hmm.
And same when you go back here, it's going to be more alive. But I don't know. I just thought it looked.
It
kind
does,
of,
mate. I think it looks so much more immersive and adds to the eeriness of it. Yeah, the gas isn't showing for some reason. But
yeah.
It won't show up on offline.
oh, there you go.
That is actually true. Yeah, it won't show up on offline. Yeah.
I would love to see this implemented and be able to go in there and see what it looks like with the gas on. What you need to do is you need to speak to Scale Speeder and get him to talk you through how to save this as something that you can export that people can add to their maps. However, he did the Nuketown thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't know how to export and all that. I also did do. I may as well show off the other version I done. This one, so I obviously just with this one I done just the area. I didn't edit any buildings or anything like this, but with this first one I did edit some of the buildings and I done Riffy a bit different and stuff like that. So I may as well show it off while we're on the topic. This might take a minute to load in as well.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool idea, and definitely something I think. I don't know if the devs thought about it. I'm assuming they would have thought about it at some stage, maybe like making the place look a bit more dead. But
You just got trash talked in chat, mate. That looks awesome.
Oh.
Amazing what Marks can do when he's not 360 no scope squad wiping cunts.
yeah.
See,
when they're
there
360
you go. You're getting people giving you ideas in chat, mate. Zyson's telling you how to save it. Attrition, I love that idea. Place static animal carcasses around if possible. The skeletal ones, and I don't know if there's any animal carcasses, like semi-rotting.
No.
There's not.
Be cool if there was.
No.
I imagine that's something someone could make, but yeah, that's. I'm proud of you, Marks. Look at you.
Thank you. But what I done with this second one, it's loading in now. So I always like the idea of in these zones having military convoys leaving and coming from these areas. Like trying to, so when say the boat hit and they're trying to get containers off as fast as they could to maybe contain it or something like that. So in this one I've just kind of done again. I have a lot of trees around and stuff, but like we have a convoy in here that's has cranes taking stuff off, all secured off as well. And then we have another convoy.
I would go with a guard bunker rather than a guard house. For a temporary thing, they wouldn't build a brick building. They'd just put in a camo guard tower.
True. But I was just messing around with the idea, and I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you could like make some cool scenarios from it, like the cranes lifting containers off or whatever. And then over at Riffy, wait, hang on now, let me see if I can actually.
You're at Riffy.
Oh, sorry, I meant Pav.
Pavlova.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's over here. So I do middle mouse button. So over here, for example, I done Pav a little bit different, where there's a medical evac center outside. So it makes it look like, that's where they set up after the gas hit or whatever. I done the dead trees again, but I can kind of change up Pav a little bit. I put those grey barracks in, a heli crash after hitting a building. There's a shooting range out the back here with one of these command towers and stuff. And I just think it looks a little bit better. Again, I'm just messing around with ideas that I have in my head from time to time. But yeah, I don't know. And there's another convoy coming in then, maybe bringing in supplies or whatever.
My prediction, Mark's has his own custom map by the end of the year.
I'd love to do it, but oh god, it would take so much time. And with how much this editor crashes, it's going to take even longer. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like editing maps to make them kind of. I don't like the stuff where they edit maps and they do it over the top. I like kind of creating scenarios in my head that seem somewhat realistic. And yeah, so if anybody wants these, you can let me know. I'll give them to you. But yeah,
I
just
think
ideas
you've inspired some people as well, because I like this. Like I got to see when I played Rearmed. There's so much that you can do to add. And I do enjoy playing these maps with changes to the locations and new custom locations, because it just makes it, oh wow, I've never seen this before. And then you can
yeah. And it's just, I don't know. I was messing around. I was like, Pav could do with a bit of a change, so I was like, why not change it while I'm in the editor? So that's
cool, mate. That's very, very cool.
So yeah, if any of the devs are watching, dead trees. You don't have to do all the building shit. Just dead trees.
Can I make a pun? Dead trees for a dead game.
Hey, there we go.
Fuck's sake.
Got him.
Now, something else I want to share with everyone. We're getting near the end, folks, so you'll be able to go have your din-dins and all the rest of it. Nope, that's the wrong tab. The website's back. And I've done some changes to it, updated some stuff, and I would like people to start going there and giving me good feedback on it. Some of the feedback I got did help me change it. I've updated the team and the layout of it with links to socials and stuff like that. There's a support the show channel. Then the main one I wanted to show you guys is this page. So I've been chatting with our boy DayZ Daily Press, because he's pretty much doing news articles as it is, about maybe some collabing, working together, because he's just putting his stuff up on Twitter. So he could start posting them here as well. And then, if you guys have an article you'd like to publish, and when it's a bit funky the way I'm still playing with it, but you click on the actual article, and then you can actually discuss in there as well. I know you could do that in the Discord, but we're going to be trying to make some little things. We've got a nice little one here, useful links. Twitter. Out of context DayZ, DayZ Twitter account. I've got more that I've got to add there. Websites, I Survived, DayZ Wiki, the DayZ Store, Survivor Guides, Asmondian, Wobo, Archie. I want to add more there as well. If you're ever bored, check out this page to see who is streaming DayZ right now, and you click on it. A lot of people don't know you can do this on YouTube.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty hard to find, but you can view who is streaming live in DayZ. Go back to the website. Wrong one. DayZ on Twitch. Takes you to the category. So you can see who's streaming right now. Oh, fuck me. And the much maligned DayZ feedback tracker. Don't just tweet angrily at DayZ. Actually provide some meaningful feedback in a way that can be utilised by the dev team to improve the features of DayZ. So it takes you to it. If anyone is good with websites, in particular Squarespace, that's who this is done with, please reach out to me. I need all the fucking help I can get. I've done this pretty much, I think, entirely myself. And it's been a massive learning curve. My brain can really only focus on one thing at once, but yeah. I'd like to have a bot that at the moment all I've got is just a link to Spotify and a link to the YouTube. But I'd like to have a list of all the different episodes that auto adds them when I don't even know if that's possible. I'm guessing it is, but I don't know a lot about it. So feel free to reach out to me. I would love some help. Happy to pay if someone's sufficiently skilled, sort of thing, because I want to make this just a nice, neutral place that is the home of DayZ without being the official DayZ website.
Oh, yes.
And there's that lovely trailer that Ghouls made for us. I fucking love that trailer, man. But yeah, so check it out. I'll share the links in chat. That's it there. Bookmark it. Add it to your bookmarks, folks.
Do it. Do it.
If there's anything that should be on there, let me know. I want it to be a one-stop shop to make it easy for people to find information.
Is there a page on there where the stream is live?
I need to work out how to do that.
That'd be cool to have, because then if you really wanted to, you could literally just link the website and just have nothing else, have it all on the one website, you know, that way?
Yeah.
Clean up your links and stuff.
Oh, look, it's a backup as well for if Twitch ever gets shut down. Can I just make a public service announcement? Cross-platform people, start working on. If you're a Twitch streamer, start working on a YouTube channel. If you're a YouTube streamer, Mark, start making your Twitch presence. We don't know what's going to happen. I think YouTube's a lot more secure than Twitch is, especially right now. We talked about it last week, but start cross-platforming and getting your presence out there. There are a lot of people, even some big fucking channels, that if shit goes pear-shaped, there's going to be a lot of people in a lot of financial trouble because they're going to have to re-establish themselves on a new platform. Start looking at your options, putting videos out. I'm so happy to see so many people doing it. You know, Sour Sweet and Amish and the rest of them who are doing their videos. Yeah. So it's a simple link or you can click on the website that takes you to the DayZ topic. A lot of people don't know about it, like I said, LRP. So happy to be able to help you. It's what we try to do with the channel. And Mackay, it's my money. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. I like to pay people what I feel they're worth. I do get people reach out, and I'm grateful when they do, but I just feel much more comfortable if they'll let me pay them, because there's so many people out there who take advantage of people, whether they be modders, whether they be... barely a day goes past where you don't see a post on Twitter from someone who's a marketer or a website creator or something like that, where someone says, "Oh, I'll pay you in attention, in getting you more people aware of you." Yeah, exposure. That's the word I was looking for, but too dumb to think of. That's fucking horse shit. No. Even forgotten the guy's name. But there was a guy who helped me set up my Twitch back in the day. And I paid him money. He offered to do it for free, and I said no. I'll send you €50 or £50 or whatever it was, because you're doing something for me. You're performing a function. I'd be happier to show you my gratitude. You're doing it for me because you appreciate me. I'm paying you because I appreciate you. It's a two-way street.
I'm gonna start charging people then when they come to me for social media help.
I'm Max Z. I want to answer your question. Unfortunately, I'm not Scottish. I'm British. Yes, I know you can hate me now, but I live relatively close to the Scottish border, all things considered, in terms of the UK. But yeah, I know, fuck you. But sorry to burst your bubble. In fact, I'm really annoyed I haven't got any Iron Brew this week. I've had to have a cup of tea. I spiced it up putting some whiskey in it, but you know. But
Denying your health, you don't want to be down to diabetes.
Oh, you can't get it anymore with that bloody silly sugar tax you guys have got.
Oh, you can still get it.
I'm closer than you, Mickey. Fuck off. Oh god.
They sell Iron Brew at Coles supermarkets in Melbourne. I've got to check in Brisbane to see if someone sells it. I want to test this shit out, see what it is, see what it's about.
Yeah, Boydie, if I ever come over, yeah, you probably could. Well, Archie did, if you remember rightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't.
Did he like it
too much.
Or he didn't?
I don't think he did. No. Close, iMac, but I'll not say anything more in regards to that. But no, the website looks really, really cool, and hopefully you can get that feature where it does show us live with like the chats, maybe like two separate sections or three separate sections, because Facebook, where you got your Twitch, YouTube, and then your Facebook chats all in one. That'd be really cool. He's worse than Newcastle. Shut up! Shh. And it is pretty hard, but yes.
Buddy, I'm going to post a link in Twitch chat. Open this. It's a Facebook link. We were just talking about this earlier on. I think this just came up at the right time.
I haven't gotten the bacon yet, Muddy. I need to reach out to him.
I want to try tactical bacon as well.
What am I looking at?
Expensive though, isn't it? It's like $40 a tin. Did that link you just to that question?
To a specific post, yep.
Yeah, okay. It's he basically saying, I'm a noob, trying so hard not to delete this game. Any tips? A lot of people are giving tips. I didn't read through the tips, but I just saw the post. So I was like, See, a lot of new people coming into the game. So it's nice to see, people on
doing
Facebook,
saying nice things.
Reddit, just helping,
And then you get idiots like this. Honestly, tough love right here. If you're trying so hard not to delete, just delete.
Oh, you'll get, a mix of both.
It's the internet, like we talked about before. It's the internet.
Yep. But yeah, I just thought that we were literally talking about that earlier on. And I was like, happens every day. Someone new.
So we did the medical items mod. I also wanted to shine attention on the PVZ mod. Pardon me, guys. I've been up since 1:30. Apparently, the zombies can now break down doors in it.
Yes.
I'm really interested in this.
It's kind of scary. I'm not sure if it was the same mod, but when I was playing Estica when that first came out, it was a modded server. And I went into a building and I obviously didn't realize that this zombies could kick down doors. But in a building, healing up from zombies, and the next minute the zombie bashed in the door and came sprinting after me. It scared the shit out of me. It's really like intense when they kick a door down. I don't know if it's the same mod, but it's probably something different. But it was.
Have I got the right mod?
I haven't a clue.
Customizable zombies, maybe? Does anyone in chat know which mod it is? Weak zombies? No, that's mod's disabled. Prior preparation and planning prevents piss poor performance, Boydie. You should have fucking researched this before.
Yeah, hashtag bad streamer.
It's the customizable zombies.
Yeah, there. Other zombies can break down closed doors that are not locked with a lockpick. And the others tab there.
In the way?
Yes.
Other,
Yes,
if you go
it's
down,
the
so it says
customizable zombies. It says in the others section, yeah.
first line.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
It's pretty cool.
There's his PayPal link if anyone wants to flip him a $5 or a $10 or even a couple of bucks. Because that is a great mod.
Because I remember ages ago, DayZ teased some animation clips of infected breaking down doors. So it's really cool to see that somebody's actually gone ahead and just done it as a mod. Fucking props to you, mate, because I've been wondering if anybody's going to be doing that ever. And finally, yeah.
I don't think there's any animations. I think literally they just kind of, the door just swings open, you know, the way like if a player would interact with it. But it's still cool though.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. But the stream overlay and stuff is all messed up.
There we go. It looks like I found a video.
That's red eyes. Like caught zombies.
Okay, that's scary.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's scary. That guy's screwed. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Poor bugger.
Makes really loud bangs with each hit. So at least you know what's happening. That's good. That's good.
Was there a bang? I didn't have the audio on, but yeah, that's cool though. I'd love to see that in vanilla.
Same here.
Go chuck the guy a sub, folks. Make his day. Small channel. Looks like he's posted some DayZ Remnant videos.
What's Remnants?
No, it's another server. Yeah. Oh, look at it. Now, the last thing is our spotlight, and I chose to. Yeah, there's Mark's next video title. DayZ needs this now. Mark's 20k views. Yeah,
I'm
prestige.
thinking of it.
The communities. So, this is something that is close to my heart. I wasn't even aware it existed. Unfortunately for me, the ping is in the high 300s, but that's still playable. And for a server like this, it's more about interaction. These guys basically trying to bring back the village. For those who remember the village. The village is a server where you're not allowed to use Discord or TeamSpeak or anything like that. No third-party VoIP at all. It all has to be done in-game. Yes, that's impossible to enforce, but it's basically a gentleman's agreement.
Okay.
It's
How's
basically
the server doing?
Actually, not
Check.
too bad. I thought when I was looking at it, it was medium pop, if not more. So
Nice.
But
Okay.
it's full 60 out of 60.
there you
It's
go.
full.
This is a server that is made by a lot of the people who were instrumental in the village as well. I don't believe Spaggy's involved with it anymore. Spaggy closed the village, but the people who played on it, they didn't want it to disappear after Renee stepped away from DayZ. So they made it themselves, and they kept it going. No text chat in game, no combat logging, no ban evading, no needless mass despawning. Basically just like gentleman's DayZ. You can still KOS. The whole when you go back to the actual page, the whole thing about it is the heart of our server is a community base, a place to trade, meet new companions, and fight together for a better world. While its location changes from time to time and might be kept secret from you until someone trusts you with that location, this unique place is out there somewhere. It's a mission on its own to find it. It's in all of our hands to make it a safe space, defend it against attackers, and keep its walls standing. Grab a radio or ask other survivors for hints to find it and join us. No matter if you're a medic, warrior, or anything in between, the community is waiting for you. And basically what they do is they build a village of like-minded people trying to survive in the apocalypse. They put up walls, they hunt, they gather, they go and get loot, and they basically try to live. And then, they kind of actively encourage bandits to come. The village was always under attack from someone. The village back in the day used to have so many of the big name streamers playing on it. And yeah.
So cool. I might have to actually try the server out. It's a good excuse to try a vanilla-like server at the very least. That's community run.
Yep.
And I don't use Discord or that much stuff when I play, so that's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, they've got some little information there. Pay attention to your surroundings. We try to stay hidden, but a place where a lot of people always leave some clues behind.
Yeah,
I love
I'm telling you, vanilla DayZ's on the rise again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. You'll
That's
always say
great to
it. Shut up. It is
better than
fucking
Odyssey.
awesome to see, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really happy to see something like this has come back and it's popular. How long's it been out for?
I don't know. I can't even. I've forgotten already how I found out about it again. So I think someone reached out to me when we were talking last week about the village server. I think got mentioned, and someone reached out to me and said, "Yeah, we're still doing it. It's called the communities." And I was like, "I'm covering it this week." The village was one of the best ever DayZ servers, and it was so sad when it shut down. It was started as an experiment by Barely Infected, and it was only meant to go for a few weeks, and then it just kept on going. People didn't want it to go. I don't know why it closed down. No, I've got no literal idea why they closed it down. But it's great to see others said, "Well, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves." And yeah, Vanilla DayZ. I think there's something they talk about it somewhere on the website. where they've increased the spawns of radios to encourage people to
Right.
use them. Is about the only thing they've done. The link to the website, I shall share it in the chats now. I'll also have it in the VOD of the video in the description. There you go. Get on it, folks. Get on it. It's based in the EU. Like I said, terrible ping for us Aussies, but a server like this seems to be more about interaction. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are just about done for this week.
That we are, definitely.
Next week, we have a very exciting guest coming on. It's a gentleman by the name of Sergeant Savage. Some may know him, most won't. He's actually kind of a big deal in the armour community. He was involved in Operation Prairie Fire.
Oh, the community DLC.
Yep. He's now doing DayZ servers. Full Tilt Gaming is the name of his servers. Their little gimmick that they've got is they have AI on there. I tried it out and I got absolutely fucking destroyed by AI. But
What's the name of the service?
Full Tilt Gaming.
Check it out now. Hang on. Yeah, I see him there now. Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to be coming on. We'll be talking about his servers, his experience with doing a community DLC. For armor.
Okay.
It doesn't look like they've got a website, but yeah, we'll find out more about Full Tilt Gaming.
I'm interested to see what the behind the scenes of the armor, like working on an armor DLC and stuff.
There's
like
only
that.
so much he can say, guys. So he's under a NDA, non-disclosure agreement on certain aspects of it. So he won't be able to tell us everything. But I did, when I was talking to him, where is my conversation? I did say that we were interested in one aspect, which was how you go about actually getting a community DLC going. I said, yeah, one thing we are curious about is how you engage with them to do a community DLC. Is that something you could talk about? He said, yeah, that's fine. It's common public knowledge. He just wants to, I can't answer any direct questions regarding BI or certain deals about the DLC, nor am I able to promote it since I'm no longer with that team. I'm still under an NDA. Can't divulge upcoming updates. I can talk about my involvement with the project, about the Prague trip BI invited us to, etc., my thoughts on DayZ, etc. And then, yeah, he'll be promoting his Full Tilt Gaming service. And, yeah.
Should be interesting.
I'm excited for it. He's obviously a very skilled person. And I want to thank Scalespeeder. It was his idea to reach out to someone involved in Prairie Fire, and I get to kill two birds with one stone. We get to talk about DayZ. We get to find out about this mythical community DLC that we're all wondering why. Yeah.
That's really cool, though.
Be
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie, folks. Thank you all so much. Once again, big shout out to Blaze Donuts and God, I'm such a boomer. Who was the other one? The IMAX for the Pally.gg donations. The way that works, folks, is it gets split automatically by Pally to get shared amongst all of the team. You can still support the show directly on Patreon or via the donate links. But I wanted to add an option for people to make sure that Marks gets a few bucks here and there, Lad gets a few bucks here and there, the team behind who help us behind the scenes get a few bucks. Like I said before, the only two who aren't getting anything is Spud, because he's a boomer and can't work out how to do PayPal, and Archie because he's playing hard to get. So, yeah. We will see you all next week, same time, same channels, as always, for episode 93 of the DayZ podcast. And yeah, bookmark the A7.8 Survivor FM website. Daly and I will be chatting more this week about getting him posting on there as well. All the best, everyone. Marks, lad, a pleasure as always.
As always.
Oh, yes, dude. Thank you.
And we will see you all next week. Say bye-bye.
See you all later. Goodbye.
And
See you later.
ciao. And ciao for now.